We're recording again.
Hi.
Hi, Tilly.
Hi, Tilly.
Hi, Tilly.
Oh my god, Tilly. Hi. Okay. Now that we got it out of our system, y'all ready to go?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm so sorry to get sidetracked. So much has happened within, like, the 1 week.
That's
So
okay.
good.
Let me pull up my notes.
Also roll.
Rock and roll McDonald's.
Oh
Oh
my
my
God,
god, a kitty. Kibby
She
cat.
will be present.
It's okay.
Gimme.
One more thing. I'm so sorry. I'm fixing some stuff, but while I fix some grammar mistakes, you want to know what's even more fucked, Edge?
Oh no.
So, like, for sure, we're probably not gonna get that cat back.
Yeah.
Two, all of my friends, I don't know what the fuck is in the water, are, like, sharing stories of, like, hey, this cat is looking for a new home, or this cat has been abandoned, is looking for a new home, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Why the fuck is everybody trying to sell me a fucking cat?
The universe is, like, against you.
You have no idea.
Cat distribution system is working overtime.
I wish! I want my cat back!
It heard that I said that I wouldn't I don't want to get another cat until after con season.
Which, like, it makes sense, because we're gonna be out a good amount of time. But it's pissing me off. Like, it's genuinely pissing me off.
Oh my god.
Like, Amanda's gotta hear all of this, man. It's pissing me the fuck off. Like, even Johnny's like, hey, I heard you're having a cat. So my other friend here found this kitten, and they're looking for a good home for her. And I'm like, fuck off. Fuck off. Please, fuck off.
Oh.
Stop. Leave me alone. Please leave me alone.
Akira.
I like to imagine that you're saying that to the kitten's face.
I am. Fuck off. Go away, cat. I miss my other cat. I want that one back. He was fat, and he was nice to me.
He was not nice to Edge.
He was not. It was funny.
We'll get a cat that's nice to both of us. Or it's even better, just nice to you.
No. You need your time.
Carl,
I
what do I
don't
have?
want to get woken up at 3 a.m.
What else do I have? What else do I have going on for me? Okay, but yeah, that too. Okay, y'all ready?
I'm
Yeah.
ready. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
We keep getting distracted, but I think we're good to go now. All right.
You're so good, bestie.
I am having like 18 episodes.
You're having a whole season.
I am. I don't know if you've heard me. I've been flipping flopping like a fucking coin. All right. Everybody mute before I keep rambling on.
Okay.
Yippee! Veggie, I see you. Are you on push to talk? I think you're on push to talk. Never mind. You're muted. We're good. Hold on. Alright, that's fine. Just remember you're muted then. Alright. Once upon a time, the three heroes awake to a new day. A week passes, and living in this new body they call their own, the perfect heroine, the wise sage, and the determined princess find themselves with a bit of free time on their hands. The perfect heroine found a diary in her room that she needed help unenchanting. The wise sage spent some time with their professor for extra lessons and a bit of advice. And the determined princess had tea with some friends, learning more about herself and the people around her. However, not everything is as it seems, as the archivist pulls out the heroine into a hidden passage in the library to find a device that she had once treasured in a previous life. She sneaks away with it, possessing a new power she is not familiar with. The sage finds that his childhood toy has grown a taste for blood. Its hunger is finally satiated as he bled over the creature, and suddenly, it was no longer hungry. It was satiated, for now, of course. And the rest of the class was left with the sage forcibly being forced to process this. Along with that, also hearing all of the dreadfully long and detailed stories of his professor talking about his rendezvous with his wife. As for the princess, she finds an old teddy bear given to her by the modest hero, the man who she considered her fiancé, Thiessen. While the heroine tries to confront him about it, they find nothing, and the princess does find out a bit about herself through him and her friends. As the day settles, though, she remembers an invitation extended to her by a friend, one of the twins. She's invited by her into the headmaster's forest to show the skills that Annette has learned through her encounter from a week ago, still fresh on everybody's mind. And as you all continue and remember that, yes, you will be entering into this forest once more, we continue our story. So, as night falls once more, twilight kind of peeking in through the windows of your dorm, you guys are all getting ready for this wonderful trip. Darian, what are you doing to get ready for this amazing forest trip that you promised yourself you wouldn't go back into, but now you're being dragged to go back into?
Making sure I'm wearing no bells. I'm making sure that if Darian owns any darker clothes that aren't just pearl white, probably wearing something like that so won't be spotted as easily since we're gonna be sneaking around.
Yeah.
And there's definitely a moment of just like quiet contemplation on whether or not he should leave the Tamagotchi behind. But then ultimately, he can't leave it behind. Absolutely not. Like he hasn't left it behind for any reason to go anywhere.
Right.
He's not leaving it behind.
For better or for worse, he's not leaving it behind. To be fair, from the looks of it, it seems normal. Like, after everything that's happened, you play with it normally.
It's pooping again.
It's pooping again. Where'd the poop come from? Wouldn't you like to know?
God.
But besides kind of like gearing up a little bit, is there anything else you think you would bring, or is it just you trying to make sure you're in darker clothes, have your Tamagotchi, etc.?
Would Darian have any weaponry in his room?
Roll me an investigation check. Let's see if you can find anything. Because that might be important. Who knows?
Alright, investigation. Is that going to be,
With intelligence.
Intelligence? Alright,
Yeah,
let me...
because you're actively looking for something. 12?
12.
Okay. Darian does actually have some weapons. You don't find, like, amazing, like, armor or, like, anything in particular, but you do find, like, some, like, actual throwing knives. You assume that it's either for, like, simple self-defense or for, like, I would say, performance.
Probably, like, for a parlor trick. These are probably all, like, just for, like, throwing at a target on a stage.
Probably. But because of that, they're fairly sharp. So,
Okay.
you have a good amount. So I would say, like, put 5... I don't know if I gave you guys an inventory somewhere. I did. I put you in equipment. So in equipment, just put, like, 5 throwing knives, because that could be used for something.
Okay.
It's definitely, I would say, like, just to, like, put that out there, it's definitely not the best weapon.
Oh, absolutely not. Who knows if I can even, like, throw and or hit with these.
Yeah, you've never trained on that.
Yeah, it's better than going in empty-handed, I think.
Especially when you don't know what you're going to see in there. So
Exactly.
We'll find
and
out.
especially when I have an idea of what I might see in there.
I don't know what you're talking about.
My mother. My mother could be in there. I have to be ready.
Yeah, you gotta have a lot of knives for your mother, you know. The old bag, you know how she is.
Yeah, you know how she is.
But yeah, so as you're kind of collecting all of that, Phoebe, how are you getting ready for everything? Because I know you're kind of on your cracked conspiracy over here.
Okay, so to catch myself up, I just left that weird room with like the archivist, and I'm like, ooh, I have a laptop in my hand,
Yeah.
and now I'm going out to these guys to help them.
Yes, you're going back into the forest.
Okay, so in that case, if there's any way that I can change into like a darker outfit that maybe like that's less conspicuous as a normal uniform, if there's any alternative clothes I can put on, I would like to change.
Yeah, I think you guys got some cloaks from last time, so you can definitely wear that. And it's a darker color, so it's harder to recognize you, especially since like it has a hood and everything. So you're more you know.
Yeah, and now because of the context that I have about students actually dying and like everything going on, I would like to bring a weapon as well, but I'm not confident if Phoebe has something that I can use as a weapon.
First and foremost, give me an intelligence check to see if you can find a weapon in Phoebe's room. Now, I will say, even if you do roll high, it doesn't mean she does or does not have weapons.
Okay, let's see. Roll D20 plus 1?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 18.
Wow, you rolled pretty well. I won't lie, it is hard to find anything. She doesn't really have any sort of, like, good weapons on her. I will say you find, like, a large staff that can maybe be used as a blunt weapon. You're assuming this is probably, like, some kind of, like, arcane focus that she used once upon a time. Chances are this thing is not going to last long, but you can whack someone good with it.
Okay, I might keep the staff on me then. And I guess before we leave, I would like to tinker a little bit with my hand.
Yeah. So I just need you to give me a general, what is a good, I would say, so this would probably be a general intelligence check, but you do have proficiency. I'm not going to give you advantage just yet, but you do have proficiency. So that's a +3, +1, so it's a +4. So roll me a d20 +4. And,
oh boy.
Ooh, shit. I will say right now, Phoebe, it's a little bit hard. Like, you kind of know your computer pretty well, yeah? But one, it's weirdly enough kind of hard to navigate. You are trying to, like, figure out how to get this gym, like, to work for you, and you're trying to learn how to switch in between it being like screens that you can move around or to being like your physical laptop, which is something it can do, and then trying to turn it back vice versa. And it's kind of hard to understand how that works. And that's just the physical part. You get into your actual computer and you do see like very familiar applications. You see your coding application, you see your photos from your phone. You see different types of games that you've kept. All of these folders that you had for work, you had work files on you. But weirdly enough, like they're either not opening up correctly or there's just something off that, like, weirdly enough, you can't seem to access them correctly, if that makes sense. So you're trying to relearn a few things. Not saying that you can, but like it is a jump, and you did just get this laptop, to be fair. But I'd say like as you continue to like kind of fiddle with it, there might be something. Though I will say this much, it seems like your coding things work pretty well, weirdly enough. But okay. Is there anything else that you would like to do?
Honestly, I don't think so right now, but I will keep that in mind.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. And Idalia, what are you doing to get ready for the forest? Because you're bringing over people when you clearly told Annette that you were going to come alone. So what do you think you'd like to do? What would you think you'd like to bring, or if you have like a plan at all?
So if I remember the plan correctly, these two are sneaking behind me. We are not going to be walking together or anything. So my plans are going to be similar to last time. I'm bringing Cuddles. I'm bringing the animal speech book, so if I get lost, I can ask a bird where I am.
Okay, that's pretty
Um,
smart.
and I remember the library people saying there's basically nothing in there, and I'm taking it with a grain of salt, but you know what? If that's the most knowledge I have right now, I'm not bringing weapons, just these two things.
Okay, sure. So you have your animal book. You're bringing Cuddles, who Cuddles loves going on adventures. Oh goodness, we're going on a walk. This is so exciting.
Yeah, Cuddles, we're going on a trip.
Cuddles was a little bit sad at first because Darian wasn't giving them any attention. I think Darian's shy, but they're persistent, and boy howdy are they persistent, Darian. Oh boy. For better or for worse, that spider is persistent. But yeah, you kind of all get your stuff ready. Out of curiosity, Adalia, are you also wearing like darker clothes like everybody else, or are you being like this? I'm here. This is me. I'm keeping to this.
I'm gonna go for the cloak. I think
Okay.
once I pass the forest limits, I'm taking it off, or at least having my hair out so Annette can see that it's me
Okay,
from a
sure.
distance.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. Okay, so you're being like fairly inconspicuous, but it's enough. Okay, cool. All right, and I'm assuming you guys kind of meet up, all three of you. Some of you seem to be excited to go back into the forest. Others, not naming names in particular, is very nervous to get back into the forest. But how are you all three feeling?
I'm so wired, but like there's like something in the back of Blair's head that's brewing, and it's not a good feeling. Like it's very it's a mix of like fear and anger.
Interesting. Okay. Um when you say fear and anger, and the anger specifically, is it like from the frustration of you not understanding your laptop, or is it like an anger directed towards like a certain someone or something?
It's more of like a broader feeling that's kind of been developing, but sort of like knowing that there could potentially be more answers at this school that she does not have about their situation. Like if she could find her laptop, if Darian has his Tamagotchi, what else is hiding in this school and what is being purposely hidden, as well as the fact that if one student had allegedly died, are there more students that have been hurt or killed that the school is covering up?
Yeah. So I would say um Adalia, you step out. You don't really step out. You haven't really been in your room, but you meet with the other two. Adalia, you see Darian a little bit scared, a little bit worse for wear. Why is Tilly typing? Um, um, Phoebe, who seems very determined, and you, who, well, I guess another shitty roll for Phoebe. Did she see that?
How does she see it?
How did she see that? That's so crazy.
Wait, are you like live streaming
I'm
on
not.
YouTube?
I'm not. No.
Oh, she didn't roll 20?
No, I'm probably gonna guess it's because the cocaine withdrawals comment.
Oh, you know what? That's fair. I thought like
That
Tilly
Tilly
was
is
like
just psychic.
I was about to say it's like
Tilly's
Tilly
psychic.
Is Tilly like secretly peeking into our game psychically? Because it would show me if someone was in the game. But regardless, yeah, you three are at this round table where you guys usually eat. Lucilia, the maid, has turned in for the day after you guys ate your dinner, and you kind of are left. What you guys kind of like say to each other before you guys leave?
Can you promise me that the two of you are going to stay together?
I mean, we stuck together pretty well the last time that we were in the forest.
I'm not planning on wandering off.
All right, I know my distance from you because Annette hates both of you. And also you're supposed to be sneaking. Just make sure you don't lose each other at least. That's all I really want to make sure of.
Yeah,
I'm going to do our best.
we'll do our best. As long as we don't randomly teleport anywhere, I think we're okay. Maybe we should set up like a system, like an emergency system.
What type of emergency system do you think we can even do?
Can you do like a bird call?
I can do a bird call. I start going through the book.
The legitimacy of the bird call will just make it more confusing.
If only this were on a fucking compass.
Do you
we would have
just
been
want
fine.
me to yell caw as loudly as possible? Is that what we're doing?
I can do a pretty good owl, I think, if my life depended on it.
What
Do
if
it
we
now.
just start?
Do the owl right now.
Well, my life doesn't depend on it at the moment, so it might be a bit shitty. Whoo!
Derry,
I don't know.
Do you know any Miley Cyrus?
Of course I know Miley Cyrus. What type of question is...
If we get split up, just start singing a song. I'll find you.
Okay. I'll
I
keep
guess
that
no
in
one
mind.
else would know that. Yeah, that works.
I suppose that does identify us very well.
Right, Miley Cyrus it is, gang.
Y'all choosing one Miley Cyrus song. Which one of y'all is doing Hannah Montana? I gotta know.
I'm
Hold on,
excited
hold on.
to be alone in the forest, like absolutely in tears, walking like my hands. Oh, they're playing my song. Butterflies fly away.
No, me and this is
Yeah.
moving my hips like yeah.
It surely it is the climb.
Oh my god, that's so funny though. Good for y'all. Good for y'all. I cannot wait. Y'all are gonna be so amazing. Yeah. But Adalia, were you serious on looking for like fucking bird calls?
Now I am. Now I am.
It's a bird call, but the bird call is a bird singing one of the Miley Cyrus songs. It came in right, go back, ball. You know, like you know.
Yeah.
There have been
I
weirder
know
bird
exactly which one.
calls.
There have indeed, indubitably.
Indeed, my boy.
Indeed, my boy. He's there. He's somewhere. But yeah, you guys are going to head out now. I need you all to roll me a group stealth check. You get proficiency with this because you did dress up, so add a +3 to your roll as well.
All right, so that's dexterity.
Yes, it is.
Dexterity?
Yeah,
Okay,
it
that's
is.
+2, +3.
I get
18.
a +5. Please be a good roll, please.
Oh wow, that's good. That's good. Okay. Adalia, there you are. 13. That's pretty good. Okay, you guys actually all roll really well. Okay, awesome.
We're
So
so back.
We're so
you
bad.
in fact are so back. I will say, all of you also give me like just a general perception check as you enter the school campus outside and try to like make your way around and try to avoid any guards or knights that might be wandering.
What modifier is
Holy
perception?
I think it's wisdom.
It is wisdom. Yes, it's wisdom.
Yeah, I got
Wisdom plus
natural
level.
20.
Yeah, you got a natural 20.
I'm perceiving.
Me and the boys gonna fuck you
12.
up. I rolled 1. Fuck.
Fuck.
Okay. 16. Wow, that's
16.
really good. Okay, cool. So this was a pretty high roll. I'm surprised that Cam got it. Of all people, which is even funnier because this is completely, totally unrelated to Cam. You guys are like beginning to come closer to the forest, and luckily you've missed most of the guards, but as you guys all kind of turn the corner and try to find a good way to get into the forest that is not completely seen by most people, you guys turn a corner and Darian, you see familiar, vaguely glowing orange horns of a tiefling who seems to be talking with some other guards. It looks like he is also been put on patrol. So,
Oh shit! I saw that guy earlier today. Hold on. So we're all still sneaking. Is it just me and Phoebe right now, or is it all three of us?
that's a good question. Idalia, would you have split off by now? Now that you guys are out?
How close are we to the forest?
You're pretty close to the forest, I would say.
I think in that case I have split off.
Okay, yeah. Sadly,
Alright.
Idalia's already split off from y'all, but Phoebe is there with you.
I put like a hand out and like gesture for like Phoebe to kind of like stay hunkered down and like lean over to whisper. That one really buff guy from earlier.
The buff wait from like today?
Yeah, from earlier today. The hot one, Dahlia's fiance.
Oh, Thason! There's Thason's here?
Yeah, I don't know. He's talking to a guard.
Oh. Oh, is he working?
He might be, but just be careful.
Okay, got it.
All right. But you guys kind of know now that Thesan is in the area. I would say, Idalia, now that you are kind of at the cusp of the forest and you have split off from the group now, are you gonna do anything to kind of like prepare yourself, or are you just gonna step in?
I think I am going to hold Cuddles close for
Mhm.
moral support,
Mm-hmm.
and I will step in.
All right. Yeah. You step in and you step into the forest. And weirdly enough, unlike how like Phoebe and Darian described it, you are not like teleported into the middle of the forest. What the fuck are these guys talking about? You look back and you see the edge of the forest just like from where you entered.
God, what a couple weirdos.
Yeah, how fucking weird. Fucking weirdos. Fucking dum-dums. Damn skill issue. Yeah. But you enter the forest, and you're able to kind of keep going. My question to you, Veggie, now is, are you going to actively look for her? Or are you just gonna kind of wander around a little bit? I'm gonna leave this up to you.
I am actively looking for either Annette or the Mastiff because she said she'd send her little dog friend to find me.
Yeah, that's very true. Yeah, okay. And before we get to you and start, as you kind of look around specifically for the Mastiff, Phoebe and Darian, you're about to go into the forest. How y'all feeling?
I'm feeling pretty wired still. Like let's jump in head on. Let's just do this.
I am not feeling great, but we've been told to stay together. So here I am once again being dragged into the forest.
Man, against your will, even.
But I'm more confident this time because I got a pep talk from a rabbit who told me that I need to have better stage presence.
Have you tried just yoga? Have you tried
I
not
don't
being
have my
scared?
juggling clothes on, but I think I can still do okay.
I mean, I guess. I mean, sure. I guess. I suppose. But yeah. As you two step in the forest, give me both a general wisdom check. As immediately something is trying to get to you.
16.
Just take me down. Just take me.
Whoa! 20. That's really good, actually. You both see him as you step in. Luckily, as you guys step in, you are not teleported into the middle of the forest like last time. But Maddie, Blair, Phoebe,
Yeah.
you immediately feel something try to grab at you, and you know this familiar feeling. You look up, and almost as if you knew where he is standing, you see the tall veiled man, almost as if he were expecting you.
Can I turn and look at him?
Yeah, absolutely.
I whip around. I'm like, hello?
Cam, Darian, you watch as you feel something try to grip at you, and it almost brings you over before you were like weirdly and almost scarily snapped out of it as Phoebe gives the most aggressive hello and turns around and you see him too.
Can I help you?
He's just standing there. He's all right. He's doing what he's doing. He
Alright.
is almost like a statue with how stiff he is. You guys are a good distance away. Like, he is like deeper in the forest, but like you could swear this guy's not even breathing.
Try insight him.
Yeah, that's gonna be a really high roll though.
Fuck. My rolls. We'll see. That's wisdom, intelligence.
Yeah.
We'll see if being nosy outweighs the cocaine withdrawal.
Withdrawals, please. 14.
14. It's a pretty good roll. Sadly, it is not enough. With the veil and just how stiff he is, it is hard to pick up on anything with this guy. He just seems to be completely and utterly unaffected by you. And Darian, once again, you can't tell, you can't see his eyes. I mean, you can tell he's looking at you.
He always is, of course he is.
But yeah, Phoebe, you also, I think, can tell that he is not paying you much mind. He is staring at Darian. And you guys are kind of faced with this guy again. What would you like to do?
I look at him, I look at Darren, I'm like, I think he likes you.
I've been told that's a possibility, and I'm not sure what I feel about that.
I mean, like, I look at the guy, I'm like, well, if you have a crush on him, I think you should just say something.
You say that out loud?
Yes!
Oh my
Yes, I
god, you're
do.
so funny. You're so funny. Oh, bestie, you're so funny. Give me a wisdom check here.
Constitution. Give me a con save right now.
Give me a concert.
19.
19. That's pretty good. I'll say this much definitely for you, bestie. You're like, if you have a crush on him, you should just say something. And you feel like almost as if, not like before, but like almost as if you got like a little taste. A little bit.
I got taste.
You feel like a shock, and it's not a good shock for a moment there. You don't know where it came from. You don't take any damage, luckily. But like, you get a little bit of a tickle.
Okay, I don't know how to interpret that, but okay.
Are we going to have to get past him?
No. I mean, wait, is he in our direction?
I mean, there's multiple ways to go. So you can go in his direction, or you could like just turn away from him and like go deeper into the forest the opposite way.
Well, which way is Adalia going?
I would say that Adalia was more north, and he is, I would say, more south of the forest.
All right.
So I
won't
would
need to
say,
shoulder check him. It's
Yeah.
okay.
yeah.
Do not shoulder check the Benadryl hat, man.
It's like, all right, well, let's just go this way.
Confirmed
you
you
can
can make
come-
your tummy hurt.
Okay. He can come along if he wants, I guess.
No, don't say that out loud. Don't say that out loud.
You said that out loud, and you tilted his head a little bit.
Don't.
Maybe he's friendly.
He threatened to kill. Do you not remember me telling you that he threatened to kill me?
Like I said, people really do weird things when they have feelings for someone. I'll drop it.
I don't like. I don't like turning my back to him, but if we don't keep going, we're going to lose Italia, and I'm going to walk backwards. Tell me if I'm going to run into something.
Okay, I will.
I don't entirely walk backwards, but I'm definitely more often than not, like, looking over my shoulder as we, like, keep going, I think.
No, yeah. Yeah, I say you can definitely do that, no problem. You go begin to walk away from him, and you seem to be losing him in the distance. Luckily, I will say, he does not move as you guys continue into the forest, and he seems to be more and more distant until finally you turn a corner and the vegetation, branches, and leaves fully completely cover him, and you no longer see him in your line of sight. Whether that is a good or bad thing is up to you. Now, I need y'all to give me another general wisdom check for trying to navigate through this forest to find Adalia.
I got a 9.
Wait,
boy.
what check?
General wisdom.
Oh,
Am
fuck.
I also doing a wisdom check?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, bestie, we are not finding you. I'm sorry.
Oh,
We're
that's
not
lovely.
wise.
Yeah.
I gave you one job. I gave you one
Hey,
direction.
we are staying together. We are staying together. We are lost in the same place.
Oh boy, howdy, are you lost in the same place? Yeah. For better or worse, you guys
We
are definitely.
somehow are behind the Hat Man.
Let's start. Looks like we're singing Wrecking Ball tonight. Cyrus karaoke time, girls.
Let's
It's
go.
a climb.
No. So you guys have a hard time trying to navigate through the place. But I will say you do once again hear a howl as the wind seems to pick up, and whatever is in the forest is still in the forest. You're not sure if it has recognized you yet or if it knows you're there yet, but it seems like there are creatures in this forest, probably more canine than anything, but you know what happens when something canine notices you all. So you guys begin to kind of wander around, and Veggie, I will say, you are probably wandering around. Now you give me a wisdom.
19.
19. You actually, like, it's so funny. Like, these two were hyping up the forest to be, like, super oopy spoopy. You go in, nothing happens. You enter into this forest, you look around, you know exactly where you're going. Like, there's a clear path and trail. And you look around, there's actually, like, a few flowers planted here and there. They're wild flowers. They're not anything crazy. But it's, like, oddly very nice here. Whatever they're going on about, surely it must not be anything crazy.
They're just jealous because the forest likes me.
The forest likes you, Adalia. You're so right, bestie. But yeah, you begin to wander around, and soon enough, you hear like a very low bark. Not to really like scare you, but to alert someone. And as you turn around, you do see a large familiar mastiff as Annette seems to be right behind him. And she looks at you genuinely like delighted and surprised that you like came here so early and they managed to find you so quickly, as she runs up to you. Like, again, the excitement is so evident in her eyes. As she comes up to you, Adalia, she goes, "I knew you'd come. Oh, this is lovely. Oh, were you lost at all? Do you need anything? I know that I asked you quite late, and it is late now, but I really appreciate you coming here."
Yeah, and then I promised I'd come out, and no, surprisingly, I kind of point behind me where I was walking. There was a trail here. I didn't have any problems.
Yes, of course. I mean, a lot of people talk about the headmaster's forest as if it's haunted, but this is where the headmaster lives. There's no place more safer than this. And she like gestures to it, and it does seem like relatively nice. You don't know why the other two seem to be so up in arms, even though they seem to have been genuinely terrified of what they experienced there. And she turns back to you and goes, "I mean, I was even receiving private tutoring lessons with the headmaster. He's a lovely man."
Really?
Yeah, well, he's the one that's been helping me. See, look. And she steps back, and there's a moment of silence as this dog seems to process something, and then, like, sits, and then rolls over, and then, like, jumps and hops, and, like, it does everything in such neat precision. And you can tell, like, all these little tricks to be able to continuously communicate with an animal so much and so easily, for it to understand your intentions and orders so clearly, that's pretty impressive. Like,
Oh yeah, that takes training. I think I give Annette and the Mastiff a little bit of applause.
yeah,
Good job.
it's very exciting. And Annette, or not Annette, I'm so sorry I'm calling you Annette. But Adelia, you do have, like, cuddles with you as well. And she, like, is very, very happy that you have been giving her any kind of praise, as she looks at you and goes, you know, I I also wanted to bring you here into the forest, not just to show my tricks, of course, but I know we were talking about moving you out and whatnot, and I think that's great. But now that we're here alone, well, is there anything you want to say now that we're kind of in private? Like, she's almost, like, weirdly enough, seeming to, like, expect something from you.
Can I get a general vibe check of what she's expecting? Like, does she seem cautious? Does she seem nervous to hear it? Or is
Yeah.
she...
Give me an insight, which is still wisdom. I'm just giving y'all
Yeah.
wisdoms all around. I'm sorry. 5.
Oh,
This girl is always, like, a nervous mess, though. You can't really tell. And sadly, with that insight, do you have a secret gay lover? Maybe. But as you kind of, like, end up trying to figure it out, she can kind of tell that you're honestly, like, on the fence about something. And she is keeping to herself pretty well. She's keeping on a strong face, but she can clearly, like, tell that you can't seem to remember. And she goes, "It's okay. That's fine. Don't worry about it. Honestly, it's
but
really,
I am worried. It seems to matter to you a whole lot.
well, I mean, you've been, well, no offense, milady, really, truly. You sometimes do have times where you just forget things, and that is totally fine. I don't mind, actually." And you watch her kind of shuffle through her bag, and she pulls out a very crude sketchbook. Like, you remember seeing something like this before in your room. And
Oh yeah, I didn't look into it.
You didn't, no. And it is latched, with a small little, like, lock. And she goes, "I actually, wanted to return this to you as well. I know that you wanted me to keep it for a while, but I thought now would be a good time, you know?"
Well, sure. Thank you for holding on to it.
She smiles as you take it, and give me a quick perception check on that little sketchbook.
Absolutely. More Wizzy boys?
Yes, yeah. Unless
Alright.
you want to do an intelligence for an investigation, all up to you.
I'll do intelligence for investigation because I think I'm gonna look into it.
Okay, sure, give me that.
Another 5.
Yikes! Oh my god, I'm loving these, like, poor rolls because I want to give y'all so much.
I drop the notebook. I
You-
just drop it on the ground.
Yeah, you drop it, like, she tries to give it to you, but, like, your hands fumble for a moment, and then it's like, splat on the ground. Luckily, it's not muddy, but she's like, oh dear, and she picks it up and, like, pats off the dirt. I will say, as you saw it, there are, like, seems to be some ends of it that seem to be burned, weirdly enough.
Yeah. Why don't I take this and look closer somewhere where I won't drop it? Sorry about that.
No, you're quite fine. Really, it's all right. I I guess. Well, I feel bad to have such big expectations of you. I just, well, she like seems to fidget a little bit. Do you do you remember when we first met?
And I'm gonna be honest, I'm forgetting a lot of things these days. I don't remember anything.
She pauses and like now that you're really pushing it, she is genuinely like very saddened by that. Oh, uh yeah. Um well, don't worry. I actually they're actually uh it's and you see her pause for a moment. She is stuttering for a while and then she pauses. And she pauses for a good long while. And if you look at this mastiff, it pauses as well, almost as if she's listening to something. And then a moment passes and finally she snaps out of it. And almost as if that last awkward encounter didn't happen, she immediately goes, "That's fine. I can help you remember."
Okay, at above the table, did she say I can help you or did she say we can help you?
I can help you.
All right. How?
Here. So, okay. Yeah. All right. And she like almost tries to reach her hand, pauses, and then like backtracks and then like guides you over and says, "We just have to go deeper into the forest."
What? I mean, I'll go, but what is deeper in the forest?
The headmaster.
Did she say the headmaster or just master?
The headmaster.
Oh. Oh, right. You mentioned you were learning from him. All right.
Yes. So, uh, he's really good at this actually. There have been some students who have been forgetting things here and there, or they lack in their studies, and a lot of people say that this place is haunted, but I've heard different rumors. The rumors I heard was if you try to find him, he'll do anything in his power to help you. And like those rumors seem to be true. Like she seems very excited as she guides you further into the forest, and you can't help but feel something's off.
Yeah, my girl is possessed by the woods.
Are you still following her though?
I am still following her to make sure she does not do any weird shit.
Yeah, absolutely. You also notice while she takes the front to guide you in, the mastiff follows behind you, as if to make sure you don't get lost or you don't run away.
Very, very, very reassuring.
Yeah, super.
So incredibly reassuring.
The mastiff is so sweet. Isn't he so kind? Awesome.
Yeah, what a cute little baby.
What a cute little baby. Little baby. But as you go deeper into this forest, you do feel this dreadful sense. You look around and it is almost if the color of the vegetation and the wildflowers you saw before were slowly losing their color. You don't know how, but as you go deeper into this forest, it seems to grow darker, even though nothing seems to cover up the moon. Nothing seems to shed away the light that you saw from the school grounds. Everything's still there, but it feels like it's getting darker. And you continue to go down, and once again, the awful feeling is just growing more and more evident, but Annette doesn't seem to notice at all. She looks at you and she smiles. And then she says, okay, this is gonna feel weird, but whatever you feel, just let it. Does that make sense?
I'm starting to understand why people think this place is haunted.
No, don't
But I
say
trust you, Annette. Annette, I trust you.
that. Okay. Yeah, and I trust you too, Lady Valio. She says this, and she genuinely means it, and she seems really nervous. She just goes, okay, just take a deep breath in, and let whatever happen, okay?
All right.
So, as you stand there, you feel the feeling that Darian has described, that Phoebe has described as well. Something magical is trying to come over you, and it is strong. You don't understand what it is quite yet. You don't completely understand the feeling of magic just quite yet, even with the week that you've been here. And especially now, because whatever you're feeling almost hits you like a heat wave. It is so strong. Are you going to fight it, or are you going to accept it?
I'm gonna accept it.
Okay. You let it come over you, and you are no longer in the forest. I need you to roll me a 1d2, and I need it a heads or tails, like 1 heads, 2 tails.
All right, 1 heads, 2 tails. Let's do this.
Yeah. Let's go, bestie. We'll see where you end up. Because I have an idea.
That's a 1.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy. Awesome. Cool. So, let me pull up. Okay. Let me change the music here because we got some stuff happening. Let's see. Nope. This works. Okay. So, whatever you feel, it is strong, it is fast, and almost as if you didn't really have time to react at all. The forest atmosphere around you seems to dissolve. The smell of the wood and the vegetation and the dirt under your feet seem to vanish completely. And for a moment, you see nothing, and you feel as if you're floating, and it's almost a familiar feeling. And Adalia, you see yourself in a garden. There are people around you dressed in expensive clothes with luscious colors and lined with spiraling patterns that move and orbit around them, giving everyone a flourish of something ethereal. You stand in a wide garden with all sorts of flourishing plants that you don't recognize, with all sorts of exotic colors. The sky above you is suddenly a bright blue, as if you had been in the day this entire time. The people around you chat and talk, and you recognize this place as some sort of tea party. But the guests were more than surreal and more than human, sporting features like wings, long animal ears, some more uncanny than ethereal even, as you look at the people around you and you see their smile a little bit too wide. They have teeth a little bit too many, and there's something in their eyes that just seems off. And as you look around, there's a fountain next to you. You look at yourself and you catch your own reflection in that fountain. The water is cluttered with all sorts of flower petals and water lilies, but in between the ripples, you see yourself within the moving water. You see Adalia staring back at you, and like the others around you, there is something uncanny about you. You can't really make out your features too well, and you're not sure if this is just you trying to figure out your own features in this strange new vision that you have, or if you've always been like this. You're not sure if it's your smile, or if it's your teeth, or your eyes, but there is something odd about you. And as you look at it, you can tell that you're not an adult, weirdly enough. You're a child. You see Adalia staring back at you. And like the others around you, you know for a fact that you are something ethereal. It could be the pointed ears, it could be the eyes, but again, you know that like the others around you, you are not human. And as you kind of take in your appearance, you hear a voice. Lady Valio. It's a very high-pitched voice, and as young as you, and you look over to see two girls, both human. There's nothing strange about them, and they are perfectly normal and perfectly dreadful. The brown-haired girl seems rather stoic, staring at you with a silent respect, but you can tell that there is something more. A determination in her eyes that she doesn't allow to show herself, but you can see it hidden away in her expression, especially compared to her sister, a very meek and fidgety orange-haired girl that tries her best to find her words. And she says, we wish you an amazing birthday. Oh, we don't know your parents very well, but our parents do. And we know that he would be very proud of you. And as you hear that, you're unsure of who they're talking about at first, because you feel no love or sympathy, and it's almost strange. For whatever reason, again, with that lack of love and sympathy, you think it would be a stranger they're talking about, but for whatever reason, there's something implanted in your mind, and you immediately know that the man that they're talking about is your father. And you feel an urge to thank them. What would you like to do?
Do I have any memory of any of the things I know outside of this vision about Adalia?
You do. Like, you immediately knew that, like, you were brought in here from a vision.
Right, and I remember he died something like 20 years ago. Do I appear more or less than 20 years younger than I am?
It's kind of hard to tell, I won't lie. With Fae races specifically, but you kind of look, the humans before you, they seem like relatively young.
Right, so it might be safe to say Papa's dead, especially because he would be proud of you.
Yeah, Papa
gone.
Papa uber gone. But
All
I
right,
will say again, to kind of point out, it is really odd. Maybe it's just you inhabiting Idalia's body, but whatever it is, you harbor no sympathy for the person that they called your father.
Well, it's nice to hear something that isn't condolences for once. Thank you for your very kind wishes.
They smile at that. Both of them bow as if forgetting their manners for a moment, and then springing back up. You can tell the child that you know as Annette goes, do you miss him? You know that is a bad question for you. You have no kind words for your father.
I mean, that's quite forward of you to ask. She kind of takes a deep breath. She has to pause for a second.
You're good.
I mean, it's easier now than it's been a little while. I guess I miss him less than I used to.
You say that, and she nods solemnly as if she understands your pain, and she goes, well, I'm sure it's been lonely without your dad. We don't understand what it's like, but, your mother seems very sad, so I can only imagine what you're going through. And as she says that, sorry, as she says that, she's like awkwardly trying to find some semblance to change the subject, but also still be polite. And as she does that, she points at the sketchbook that you have in your hand, and she goes, do you like drawing? And you don't particularly like drawing.
Oh, well, I decided to take it up for something to distract myself.
Well, what are you trying to draw in there?
Do you want to look?
She, like, gasps a little bit. Her eyes are wide, and you can even see her other sister, who is usually, again, like, very stoic, especially for a child. Like, her eyes widen a little bit, and they look back at each other, and then they look at you, and they look back, and they look at you, and they go, Is that all right?
Go on. Baby Adelia is already trying to hand them the sketchbook.
Yeah, you hold out your sketchbook, and you see your little, like, baby hands, and you hand it over, and you watch as Annette opens it up. And strangely enough, you see sketches of yourself. You see sketches of Adalia, but with different faces, almost as if you don't really understand your own face. She looks through it confused, and you see a sketch of Adalia with a rounder nose or bigger eyes, and then another sketch of Adalia with longer hair and pointier drills, and then another sketch with narrower eyes and a stronger cheekbone for a child. And it's strange, and you understand whatever this feeling that you have, it was because you yourself weren't really sure what you looked like. It's an odd feeling that you seem to understand. And as she looks at them, she pauses, and then she looks at you and goes, they're very pretty. And you can tell she doesn't really understand what she's looking at.
I kind of laugh it off a little bit, and my response is, well, I think they're good, but it's taking me a lot of practice to get self-portraiture down.
She's not sure if she understands that completely, but she nods, and then she goes, actually, my aunt teaches art lessons. We could ask if she could help you, maybe.
Really? You wouldn't mind asking her?
I think it'd be fine. Actually, she's like so excited. And immediately she kind of goes, oh, I'm Annette, by the way. This is my sister, and she gestures to her sister, Diana. And you already know who these two are.
I know who they are.
Yeah. But weirdly enough, you seem to be playing into this memory really well. But Veggie, give me a quick I don't know if I want to call it Constitution. Give me a quick wisdom check. I know I'm always like making you do wisdom checks. There's some mindfuckery things happening.
It's okay, I have to be smart. It's the mindfuckery for us.
It is
That's
the
what we're here for.
for us. Yeah, but roll me another wisdom check, as you might see something. 11. That's actually pretty good.
Yippin'.
That's what I needed. You see something, actually. You are talking, and it is almost like reading a script, Adalia. No, not Adalia. Lucia. Lucia, it is like reading a script. And while you seem to understand your part and your role very well, you can't help but feel these feelings, I guess, is the only way. This lack of empathy, this lack of sympathy, the man you consider your father, you feel a deep hatred for. And as you look into the fountain once more, you almost hear Annette go, "Wait!" And before you can say something, you look into the fountain and you see Adalia's reflection, but you don't see the features that you were trying to understand. You see a blank face. And Lucia, almost as if you were Adalia in this moment, you knew for a fact, you understand why Thiessen had given her this toy and told her to help figure herself out. You feel it too. You didn't know who you were to begin with. And as you kind of feel that, everything stops. Darian and Phoebe, I need you to make me a dex check as you finally have found Annette, her mastiff, and Adalia. 13.
Word.
All right.
22, baby.
22, baby. All right, that's pretty good. Oh, this is gonna be fun. Yeah, Adalia, for whatever reason, you see yourself completely staring at this blank-faced version of you, and then everything comes back, save for a glimpse. You felt it before you saw it. Fire. You felt this warmth hit your face, and just for a moment, you saw a village, a town actually, completely on fire, covered in smog and smoke, and you could hear the screams, and for a moment, you couldn't anymore. And you're back in this forest, and Darian has made an awkward shuffle as he tripped over and stumbled into the line of sight of you, the Mastiff, and Annette. And you all stare. Blair, you are not found. She has not noticed you. But Annette looks at Darian, absolutely shocked, and looks at you, Adalia, and she goes, "I thought you said you came alone."
I thought I came alone. Lord Darian, what are you doing here?
God gives his silliest of battles to his funniest of clowns. Darian stands up a little bit straighter, like kind of recovers from the stumble, and says, "I was taking a walk."
A walk. In the
walk,
headmaster's haunted forest.
Is that not what you're doing?
No.
Well, I'm allowed to walk freely, aren't I?
No, you're not. And she does not seem happy with you. And you can tell as the Mastiff growls at you.
Okay, see, look, I'm not meaning to interrupt anything. I'm just walking through, and there's, look, I have to kind of keep moving. There's a little something going
Shut
on.
up.
Jesus.
She looks at you.
I think even Adalia jumps at that a
yeah,
little bit.
she's surprisingly very curt. As she looks at you, Annette, and goes, "You said you came alone.
I thought I came alone.
Are you just gonna keep lying to me like that?"
Why don't you tell me what you think happened then?
I think you brought him, as if you wanted to bring your friends along with you. despite the fact that I'm supposed to be your friend. And she like gestures to herself and she goes, why are you so attached to them? It used to be just me and Diana. And now, all of a sudden, this week, you wanted to spend your time with him, this clown of a man, a disappointment to his own family, and to that horrible, horrible woman. I don't know what you're trying to do. Are you trying to make me jealous? Do you want me to do more tricks? Is there something you want me to show you? Do I need to show that I am more dedicated to you than anybody else? I can do that. I just don't understand what all of this is about. It was supposed to be just you.
I think she blinks a little bit,
Yeah.
sort of realizing what this is about. Annette, you don't need to do more you have nothing to prove.
Do I?
You're not going to
because
like
you can't
this
even
answer.
remember how we met.
You're not. Oh god, it was my birthday party.
It wasn't. The memory you had was wrong. That wasn't your birthday. It was a funeral for your father. She just kind of pauses.
Adalia, and I'll be honest, Adalia seems more annoyed by this than surprised or upset.
He said that if I got you here, you would start remembering things and you would be back to your old self, but you couldn't even remember how we first met. You couldn't get the details right. You promised that with everything that you've forgotten ever since your father passed, you'd remember this part, and you didn't. The only thing you remembered is that stupid sketchbook.
No, I don't think I remember the sketchbook either.
Is there anything you remember?
You cut out.
Oh, she's saying, is there anything you remember?
I don't know if I do. Because the details might be wrong, as I'm quickly figuring out.
She just looks at you. And finally, she asks one question. And she goes, who are you?
Who am I, or what?
You might want to turn off your noise suppression, girly pop.
Yeah, I'm so sorry, Fresh.
Me?
Yeah, I
Cut
only
out the
heard
first
"are
bit.
you."
What?
You said, are you? And then we
Ah,
couldn't hear
shoot.
you.
I don't know. Let me check real quick. We're
Yeah.
putting a pause on that. I don't know why all of my shit's cutting out all of a sudden, because it was fine last time.
It comes out all right on the recording, but Discord specifically cuts out like too high-pitched of voices sometimes, thinking it's part of the noise suppression.
They're cowards.
Which is a shame because
They're
Annette's voice
cowards.
is super high.
It is. All of my voices are super high. Okay. I think I cut out the noise cancellation. If you still have issues, just let me know. But she just asked, who are you?
I think. And Idalia smiles. And then she doesn't have a smile anymore. She doesn't have a face anymore. She stops having a face.
Alright, yeah. You immediately feel yourself just stop. Everything that you were trying to do, it's hard. And
There's no point. I don't know who this chick is.
You don't! Like, immediately. Phoebe?
I wanted to
Darian.
be nice because she seemed nervous. I don't know who any of these people are.
Yeah. Phoebe and Darian. Hey, cool story. Phoebe doesn't have a face anymore.
Darian screams a little bit.
Wait, I don't have a face?
No! Idalia doesn't have a face.
Darian, like, screams and jumps back a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm in shock, but I'm still keeping
still
my
hidden.
cool.
Yeah, you're still hidden. You're doing all right. Yeah. Idalia, thank God, it feels good to actually let loose.
Thank God I don't have to have a face anymore.
Wait, is this something that I don't know context of? Why did she lose her face?
You don't know.
In character question or out of character question?
It's above game.
Okay.
But yeah, you do that immediately, and it's almost, it feels like, I don't know if you've ever felt it, but like it's like taking off a wig. It feels like a breath of fresh air. And you see, like, immediately Annette kind of jumps back a little bit, and she's never seen this before. And she's just staring back at you silent. And even though you don't have a mouth, you can speak just fine.
Oh yeah, I am speaking, by the way. I am speaking. I'm saying, hey, Annette, there's one part of that memory that I know was real. Most of it was probably wrong. I don't know what parts were wrong or what parts weren't, but yeah, sorry, there has not been an Idalia. I lied to you for a very long time.
You are so impassive about that. I think it's so funny.
Yeah, this must be a shock to you, and I do honestly feel bad because you don't deserve it, but you kept digging.
She just kind of stares at you and she goes, well, but where did Dahlia go?
Not real. And not in the sense that, like, all of our constructions of self aren't real. I don't know what philosophy books you've read before. Something we make ourselves up every day. I don't know where she came from.
What? That... Huh. And Annette, you notice, kind of stumble back, and the Mastiff kind of follows after her as she goes, Then what am I supposed to do?
I don't know. I think the experiences you had with me were probably real. I don't know how much of I am real.
But
I think the feelings were real. I think I care about you, but we keep running into the problem of I don't know who I am actually, I guess.
Huh. And
I don't even remember my father's funeral. My father was a Midwestern white man named Clark Banwell.
That
Probably.
That wasn't his name? What? Are you just making fun of her now?
No.
Huh. He said this would fix everything.
I mean, in a way it has.
Annette just stares at you. But what about Thiessen? Does he know about this?
He deserves to.
As you say that, you feel the atmosphere grow heavy. And Darian, you notice this too. Having to figure out what the fuck is going on with Idalia is one thing. But you notice something happen with Annette as she begins to grow. The only way I could say this is very unstable. you watch as she begins to stumble back and try to catch her breath. They come in quick successions, as if beginning as she begins to like panic more and more, trying to figure out what's going on. And then she looks at you almost as if this was your fault this entire time, and she goes,
I'm used to that.
You're used to that, you're used to it. She goes, did you know about this?
But absolutely, I didn't. I don't know a lot of things. I'm going to be honest. I don't know anything that's going on here. I really
God, shut
don't.
up!
There's like a little cloud of mist kind of starting to form around him, as if like his very being as like a mist phase trying to get the fuck out of this.
Oh, super, yeah. Like you've had like this mist kind of slowly develop around you, but this is the first time it's actually begin to like build up. And you notice something else with Annette, as you feel this ever-looming sense of dread. All three of you are forced to watch as this girl begins to shake. And she looks at you, Adalia, betrayed and terrified, as she just goes, I don't understand. I did everything I was supposed to. I did every trick in the book. I tried to impress you. I tried to make everything work. And this is it? This was the truth he promised? This was the ending I was promised? And you see something. Before you can say something, she begins to change. You all three...
Yeah, baby, let's change. Let's change in the forest.
Let's change in the creepy forest. Exactly. You notice as the Mastiff changes with her as well. You all... Toxic Yuri girlfriend. Yeah. Have fun with this, yep. But she begins to change, holding herself. You notice as her nails dig into her arms and then slowly moving up, her breath labored, panting, as she stares at you and then down at the ground, Adalia, as she tries to figure out what is going on. Her nails dig into her neck as she almost chokes and gasps, and her face begins to distort back, her eyes bulging. You can just hear her begin to choke. Her voice distorted and in pain, as you all notice, she begins to grow taller and taller. Her dress begins to rip, and you notice it's not just because she's taller, she's growing extra limbs. You see elongated arms begin to grow out as her arms around her neck begin to morph into a noose, as something begins to pull her up, almost as if puppeting her up. And you all see this, as this creature begins to loom over you, panting and choking as if it were some kind of labored dog breathing.
Oh no.
OMG, hi, Annette.
Yeah, oh my god, it's Annette. Everybody thank Tilly.
Thank you, Tilly.
Thank
So
you,
scary.
Tilly.
God, this is
Thank you,
smaller as
Tilly.
hell.
Thank you, Tilly.
My new best friend.
Your new best friend. Yeah, and you watch as this creature begins to morph. From where Annette once stood, you see this humanoid dog creature. And for the first time, you hear this familiar howl and these human-like eyes that seem to go, that you noticed were familiar from the Mastiff, are Annette's eyes as they roll back, and she begins to get on all fours and charge at you both. I need all of you. Let's roll initiative.
Do I get sneak attack? Do I get sneak attack?
Yay!
Let's roll a initiative first, and then we can talk about what you guys plan to do.
Okay, what's roll for initiative?
Is
It's
it
a dex.
level plus initiative score or just the initiative score?
Just the initiative score.
Okay, cool.
Because that is your dex already counted. 18.
5.
Let's do something fun.
4. I'm gonna be right back. I have to scoop after my smelly, awful
Oh, shit.
cat.
Oh
I should
no!
go take
adorable.
my sleeping meds.
Go take
Okay.
your sleeping beds. I think this is a good place to stop. This way I can count down initiative and we can start the funnies. But yippee!
Jesus.
Yippee! I'm so happy
My
to show this!
God. No, this is so fucking cool.
Yippee! I'm so excited! I don't have my notebook on me, so I'm using this old piece of envelope to write down everybody's initiative. Let's do her initiative too. I'm not gonna show her.
LMAO.
I'm not gonna show her initiative score, but we will have this. 7. Okay, that's not bad. She's. We'll get to it. Let's see. Darian, your score was. 18.
Oh, I got an 18.
Yeah, you got an 18, Darian.
I'm doing great.
You're doing amazing. You knew some bad mojo was up here.
I have been aware of this forest since I got up this morning. I'm so fucking ready. I'm ready to run.
You're ready to run. Let's go. What are you
I
talking
think
about?
we should have already been running.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Don't need a face to run. Let's go.
Yippee!
Welcome to Fantasy PE class.
Yeah. Hope you did your laps, Darian. Did you do your laps?
I did my funny little clown stretches.
Yeah, I'm sure you did. Get ready to work them legs, brother. Be happy you don't have the bells.
I can't wait to run face first into the Benadryl Veil Man when I try to escape.
It's normal. Don't worry about it.
Oh, I don't know what to worry about more in this situation.
You know what? Good question. Nothing. Don't worry about it.
There's a lot in this forest that could and will happen to me.
None of it's bad. None of it's bad. Annette just wanted to show her funny little dog.
Annette doesn't like me.
Yeah.
Her sister thinks I'm a funny little mannequin for sewing projects. But Annette has not liked me for a very long time, judging by the fact that she's made a daily routine of shoving me out of my chair.
Oh, that's a friend thing.
And then sitting where I was sitting.
Oh, it's a friend thing. Don't worry.
It's a bit.
It's a bit. Come on, it's a bit.
God, Darian, don't be so uptight. It's a bit.
You're being so uptight right now, Darian. Come on. Come on.
Come on.
Come on. It's
What
fun.
murder?
What murder? What dog?
The best girl around. What about the show dog? What show
What show
dog?
But yeah, I was so excited. Me and Tilly were talking about this.
God.
Hard thumbs up.
I'm sitting here like shaking, like I wanna tell someone about this. I wanna show someone this. I don't know if Nina is available, and I also don't know who the fuck else I could even remotely go, hey, look, hear what's happening with D&D.
Here's the context. Hello, Maddie.
Tilly's the only one.
Yeah. Tilly's asleep.
God.
Grad zombie while they're busy working.
The other like people that I would usually go, oh my god, guess what happened in D&D? I don't know if they want to know about this part.
What do you mean? What do you mean? Come on. Come on.
I'm not gonna jump scare Atlas and Junkie with just look at this.
Oh my god, Bessie, look at this.
Jesus, look at
Do
this
you
dog.
think at this time in game right now, Summer is sleeping with like a nightcap and a gown?
Oh yeah, he's
Like-
going.
Yeah.
Oh me. Oh me.
He's got like his hands folded under his cheek.
He got the oil lamp that's been like freshly put out by
He
his
has-
bedside.
Yeah, and he has a small painting of Phoebe right next to it.
Right next to like, I don't know, like a drunk like glass of milk that he had. Like he
A
heated
warm
up
glass of milk.
Yeah, a warm glass of milk. He made sure to go to his roommate and say, sleep tight, don't let the bed bugs bite. And then tuck himself in.
Yeah, he did. He did tuck him. He had the servants tuck him in, actually.
Well,
Oh!
of course. How silly of me. How could I assume that he would do that himself? He's a man of class.
Yeah, he's a man
of
of class.
honor.
Come on. Come on, you guys. Come on. But yeah,
Summer, the kind of bitch to wiggle his fingers and say, "Don't mind if I do," before grabbing something from the ditch.
God, I hate him. God.
I would like to think if memes existed in this fantasy school, and all those fucking Drake posting memes would just be about Summer.
We'd
I
be the
want
first.
that.
Let's put those up on the school board.
Would you still call it a meme, or would you call it something else? Because I don't think they'd call it a meme for a very long time.
Oh,
A
for
gaff.
A gaff?
Like a goof.
A goof. A
Goofy
goof.
board?
I like a
I don't know.
goof. I like a goof, actually. That's actually really good. Anyways.
Yeah, it would just be, this shit, but it's Summer.
Make that type of bloke to say Geronimo, and then holds his nose.
And
That's
cannibal
awesome.
into the pool. God, you're so right. Easy
Easy
peasy
peasy,
lemon
lemon
squeezy. You're so right. Oh my god. I need to commission Zombie to draw Summer like that right motherfucking now.
Summer wandering into the forest.
Hello? Is anyone there? He's gonna like see the fucking show dog and just go jeepers.
Good heavens.
Good heavens.
Same brain.
God. Well, when he encounters his nemesis. Him when he talks to the archivist.
God.
Yeah.
Well. Ain't
Sorry,
it
I'm
so?
just finding more of these, and I'm like, yeah, this is Summer now.
You're pretty pleased
I
with
need
a
to
cherry
turn
on
off
top.
noise suppression because I think like every time I scream, it's cut off in the recording.
Oh
Like, I
no!
scream a lot in D&D.
I mean, now I turned my suppression off, so you know.
All right, it's going off.
Yippee! Yeah. But yippee! We're only an hour in.
Oh boy. I'm good to go for 8 more.
Goddamn, Maddie. Oh,
I say
Why
that
are we
as I'm very
sending Drake
busy.
memes?
They're Summer. All of them are Summer.
Summer.
That makes sense.
just I could hear the solemn nod from there.
We're going to make a ye old fantasy meme page, draw Summer with these captions, and tack them up on, like, the community bulletin board.
He's like, why would people make fun of this? This is normal. I say this stuff all the time.
They're just listing qualities about me. What is this?
He goes to you, Maddie, to try to get your approval. Like, you find, when I say easy peasy lemon squeezy, you find that rather attractive, right?
You
I'm
find
right?
it charming.
Uh-huh. Me who definitely did not put that on the board earlier.
When I say Geronimo, you find that rather appealing. You say that I am rather charming, right?
Yeah. Yeah, totally.
Totally. So that means you'll start seeing the archivist now, right?
Huh? I don't know what you're talking about. What do you mean? Huh? We're really hanging out because I got detention. 20 times in a row.
You're funny. Okay. Y'all ready?
Yeah.
I'm gonna make
Let's
a meme,
fight, my
but
friend.
Let's go. Don't wait for me. I'll make it while we play.
Wait, what?
I'm making a meme while we play, but go
Okay.
ahead without me.
No worries. Well, that's the issue, Darian. You're up first.
Okay.
Whoopsies.
So,
Well, wait, do I get sneak attack?
we'll get to you there when you get there, babe. I say you would not get sneak attack because you did not prepare one. But we'll get to you when we get to you, bestie. Don't worry. But Darian, you just watched Adalia erase her face, and then Annette have an emotional breakdown, and now she's this dog creature. What would you like to do?
I think first reaction, like, kind of like someone grabbing one of the knives. But I don't know if, like, Darren would actually, like, make any sort of move yet to get any closer. It's like, Can we just run? Are we allowed to run from? Can we go? I think we should go.
Darian, I don't want to leave her like this if I have a choice. This is kind of my fault. She is continuing to not have a face, by the way.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think we could take her.
You safe from in the trees?
I don't think that. Oh, I don't like dogs. Okay. Is she actively like approaching us?
Oh yeah, she's getting ready to approach the two of you. Like, she is gearing up. You see, like, her arms and legs crack and snap into place as she takes the position of a dog rearing to charge at you.
I guess I'm gonna brace myself then. Cause like hell is Darian like running at her.
Right. Yeah. No, super. So you're gonna stay? You're not gonna run?
Might like take a few big steps back, but everybody else is sticking around, so I'd be an asshole if I just like left on my own.
You also have your knives on you, by the way.
Yeah, I got one out.
Just a tiny little knife.
I'm like holding it, but I'm not gonna throw it quite yet because I still am. I want something in my hand to protect myself, even if it's small.
No, that's fair. Yeah, you're kind of bracing yourself, and you don't like what you're seeing here, Darian.
I do not know.
Which is even better, because Annette's gonna come for you, bestie.
I thought so. See, this is why I thought we
God.
should run, because she don't like me.
Who would have thought that, huh? So, Annette, almost as if, she were, again, a dog ready to attack, she charges at you and snarls. You see these jagged teeth, part canine and part human, as lipstick is smeared against the snout of this creature and onto the fangs. And as she snarls, the saliva coated in this red lipstick almost looks like blood. And she is going to try to grab you. Darian, what would you like to do? So, I know this is our first combat, so feel free to ask questions, but you have the options to dodge, parry, or just tank.
I'm gonna try and... Can I use the knife to try and parry and, like, slash at the hands grabbing me?
Yeah, absolutely. So, you are going to roll half your dex and half your level, which is lower than 1, so it's still 1 and 1, so plus 2. And
alright,
she
so
is going
d20
to
plus 2.
beat a 15? Oh no!
Darian's ass is not going to beat a 15. That is a 1. So close, that is a 1.
I think that makes a lot of sense, though.
Yeah, no, it's very in character. We're going for realism today.
This is a realism campaign, guys. Don't you know? Yeah. You guys watch.
As you know, the very real dog creature in front of us.
Oh yeah. Haven't you seen a show dog before? Come on, man. That's normal. That's normal. Did you know? But yeah. Edge, you immediately are attacked by this creature, and it snarls as it tries to bite down on you, and you try to parry it back and push it back, but you just barely miss. And she manages, and I am going to roll a 1d4. Now, just to let you know, you also have a soak, which is your constitution plus your level, so it's a -2 to whatever damage I give you.
Okay, -2 to whatever damage.
Oh, that's good.
So I take 2 damage. Oh! Okay.
Yeah, you guys have a small baby HP.
Okay, I have adjusted my HP accordingly.
Yeah. Just to let y'all know, maybe not the best. Maybe not the best to stay too long. Maybe
fucking arm!
we fucking arm. Yeah, she bites into you, and it hurts. This is the first time you felt a pain like this. Her jagged teeth dig into your arm, and you see it. You see the teeth bare into your arm as blood seeps down and rips your sleeve. And for the first time in a very long time, this pain feels very real. And while the experience of living as Darian has almost felt like a dream in some ways with how so unreal it is, the moment she bites down into it, oh god, fear strikes into you, buddy. You're not feeling good.
Not feeling great.
No. With that being said, Phoebe, she has not noticed you. What would you like to do?
So if she hasn't noticed me, and if I theoretically attack, do I get a proficiency?
Yes, I would say yes.
Okay, so I would like to become airborne. I would like to use my wings to get on like above her.
Mm-hmm.
I would very much love to hit her against the head really, really hard.
Okay, you do that. Give me a roll to hit. So basically, I need you to roll a d20. What's your strength? Because this is a strength roll. -2, so -0. Plus your level, so +1. So roll 20 plus
shit.
1.
Oh,
And
wow.
she is going to try to parry that. So that
Okay.
is her dex plus level, which is a +3.
Does a 19 hit?
Woo! Let's find out. Oh no!
I'm killing myself.
Immediately, you manage to so here's what happens. You immediately get a 1-up on her, and you slam down on her. Oh, you didn't put your proficiency bonus, bestie.
Oh.
It was a
what's
plus.
that?
I was doing a +0, so it's a +3. So it's
Does
a
that mean
+1. You hit.
mean I hit
You
it?
hit. You hit. I was like, wait a minute, that's a +1.
Sorry.
You're good. You're good. Luckily, you managed because I'm not counting natural 20s as a complete success. So yeah. Instead, roll me a 1d4 plus your. Oh my god.
Plus a what?
Plus your. Let's do plus level because your strength is a -2, so we don't count that.
Okay. +1. Hee 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 hee.
3. Okay, that's pretty good. So here's what happens. Darian, you see this creature dig its teeth into you, and you feel this sudden pain rip through you, and it's ready to take another chunk out of you, growling and snarling like some feral animal before Phoebe comes up behind you from the air, and the moon almost silhouettes her figure as she slams down this staff, and you can almost hear it crack under the amount of weight she slams down onto the head of this creature, and it lets out a horrible, inhumane screech, and within this you hear like the whine and yelp of a dog and the anguished scream of a woman kind of mix into this horrible chorus of screams. And it hits really hard, Phoebe. However, you can tell it took more than that. It would take more than that to bring her down. Idalia, you see these two, your two friends try to fight off Annette, the show dog. And it took a good chunk out of Darian. The lipstick on her lips now has a darker red to it. What would you like to do?
Veggie.
Is Veggie dead?
Veggie.
On God, we killed her.
Are you here?
Veggie, remember push to talk and
Fuck.
Oh, bestie! I'm so sorry!
No, you're good. Her immediate first response is to hiss to her dormmates, both of you, get a guard, get the principal, get someone who can handle her because none of us can. I'm going to figure something out. I think I started this, so maybe I should handle
Darian!
it, actually.
Go get Thiessen!
No, both of you
this
go
bitch
get-
off.
Okay,
Oh,
stop,
go-
no,
I'm-
stop
I'm
hitting
ready to
her.
go.
We
Let
are
me
going to
go.
make her more mad.
Uh-oh, what are you gonna do?
I'm throwing hands.
Yeah. Veggie, what do you plan to do?
Yes. I would like to try some pact magic because I don't think words are gonna get to her, but maybe intentions can.
Okay, that's smart. Okay, give me an intelligence check with proficiency, just proficiency for now. I was about to give you advantage, but you actually don't know how this would work on her.
All right, I have intelligence plus level plus proficiency.
Yeah. Give me a good roll, bestie. Whoa, shit!
26.
What the fuck?
26.
Holy
Let's go,
fuck!
let's go.
All right, a natural 20. All right, tell me, what are your intentions you're trying to give her?
I'm going to try and give her some grace because you know what? I think I have been unfair to her. She learned all the tricks I could have asked. She did everything right, and she still has been punished. She did not deserve to be lied to. And I'm sorry for hurting her.
Okay, all right. As you bring those intentions to her, I need you to make an insight check with advantage here.
All right, wisdom time.
Wisdom! Yippee! I'm so excited, guys. 13. Okay, that's not too bad, but you can't really get everything. So you get your intentions to her very well, and you can see that she seems to hesitate for a moment, and she looks at you with this bulbous white eyes, and tears begin to stream down as she understands your intentions. She understands how you feel, but there's something in her that took control, and now she lost it. As she speaks, in Darien, there is a familiar feminine tone as Annette's voice for a moment does not come out as her own, and you can't really tell within the mixture of this dog screech Annette's voice, but you can hear it as you just hear, "You're so selfish," and you remember your mother's voice in that exact same tone.
My mom!
Your mom.
Your mother.
Your mother! We both thought it! We both thought it!
What are you?
Your mother! That's literally it. But yeah. Idalia, I will tell you this much. What you're sensing is Annette can no longer control herself. It's either try to kill her now or you might have to run.
Heck.
But yeah.
Garnet Steven universe, I think we're gonna have to kill her, Steven.
With what?
We have 5 very small knives and what, a stick?
I mean, like, Maddie's got sheer bloodlust in her, it seems.
We might have to run. We might have to go.
Yeah, Darien, it is your turn.
Okay, so she's now off of my arm.
Yeah, she is.
Love and peace. I am going to go get help.
Very smart. Very smart.
Since that's the last thing that I remember everybody talking about before I started hearing my mom's voice come out of it, and I'll be real, hearing my mom's voice come out of it isn't making me want to stick around!
Really? Aww.
So, like, Darien, like, stumbles to his feet, like, blood absolutely everywhere from his arm, and just goes, I'm going to get help, I'm going to get the guards! And picks a direction and books it.
Alright, give me a general... So, here's my question. Are you, like, going to, like, start screaming for help, or are you going to, like, meticulously try to find your way out of the forest first?
I am picking a direction, and I am... There's a path, right?
Yeah, there is.
Yeah, Dahlia took a path. I'm going to see that path, and I'm going to book it, and then I'm going to wait till I'm a bit of a distance away to start, like, yelling.
Okay, give me a general charisma as you try to, like, I would say, like, try to call out to get a guard's attention, I guess.
I don't suppose I can wrangle proficiency from learning how to project my voice on stage.
I think that works. I think that's a really good way to implement it. Yeah, give me a proficiency with that, brother. And in fact, give me advantage because you know what you're doing with that and you're desperate.
Oh, wait, hold up. I did an advantage roll. What's the proficiency modifier?
+3.
Okay, so add 3 to each. So 18.
18? That's really good. Yeah, immediately you guys see Darium turn his heel and run. And that boy knows how to project his fucking voice. And there's your panic and fear in there. Anyways, it is Annette's turn. Annette isn't very happy with you, Maddie.
No.
She's gonna try to bite you, bestie.
She can definitely try, but I'm going to dodge her attack.
Okay, absolutely. Roll me a dodge, and it has to be a 9, so that's not bad. Let me look at your dodge roll. It's a +3, so just add a +3.
Roll d20 +3. Please be above a 9. Please. 11.
Nice. Okay, just barely. What happens is as Annette's white, sightless eyes seem to catch you, and even though she has no pupils, you can tell that she's targeting you next as Darian runs, and she snarls out and tries to snap down at your foot because that's the only thing she can reach since you're airborne, but you just manage to fly a little bit up, just barely, bringing your foot up. She has, like, a bit of, like, your pant legged and ripped it, but you managed to dodge out of the way. But with how badly Darian was hurt, you can only imagine how much it would hurt if she got you. That being said now, she is going to howl, and I need you both to make wisdom checks.
Uh-oh.
Phoebe, Darian, and I, how many people?
Just you and Phoebe, actually. Because Darian's out of range now. He ran.
13.
Oh boy, it's check time. Nat 20.
God damn.
22.
Damn, bitch. Veggie's on some crack shit. Oh, you rolled a 13?
It's the power
Yep.
of not having
Perfect.
a face.
Yeah. You both managed to succeed as this horrible screech and howl come. A mixture of a woman's voice and a dog howling seem to intertwine into this horrible, horrible sound. You can see the trees around you rustle from just the sheer vibration of her scream, but you managed, whatever it was trying to do, you managed to just shake it off. And Adalia, you are left with Annette, who you can tell, whatever it is, she doesn't want to hurt you, but there is something in there, almost animalistic and bestial, that wants to hurt you.
Is it my turn or Phoebe's turn?
Oh, it's Adalia's turn, sorry.
Oh boy. I think I'm going to make a graceful exit. I'm going to once again sort of communicate my intentions to her.
Mm-hmm.
And it goes something like, hey, I get it.
Hey, no hard feelings.
If you need to freak out, that's okay. It felt good for me to take my face off. Maybe it feels good for you to rampage. I'll be honest, I'm not going to survive it, so I'm going to let you get this out of your system. I will figure out how to have a face later, and we'll talk about it tomorrow, okay? Phoebe, come on. And Adalia does not wait for Phoebe to answer. She grabs you by the back of your, cloak and starts walking out.
Walking out or running out?
Running out.
Okay, I wanted to make sure of that, because if not, she could have grabbed ya. You watch as she begins to make chase. Phoebe, are you going to try to make an exit with Adalia, or are you going to try to hit her one more time before you go?
Oh my gosh. Dead ass.
Yeah.
If I get to hit her one...
All up to you.
Well, the thing is, if I fail, she could probably hit me. I don't know.
It's all up to you.
Okay. So, I might this would be kind of an asshole move, really. But like, how recognizable is that staff? Like, if I lost it here, would it be traced back to me?
I don't think so. It's very generic.
It's very generic? Okay. So in that case, I can fly. So I would like to, like, hear Adalia be like, let's go, like, okay. And then I kind of go airborne again, but I would love to just try and throw that staff at her head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give me a dex as you throw this.
Oh, I have a good dex.
You got a good dex?
D20 plus... Let me see. Dex. Okay, so that's a 3, I think?
Yes.
Alright. Please. Fuck.
Oh no! You try. To be fair, you're still trying to, like, get your bearings as you're flying around. And you try to throw it, and I'll say it hits her. It doesn't do anything, dog.
Uh-oh.
Like, you throw this stick, and it almost clatters to the ground before it breaks apart. It looks like it didn't have many hits in it to begin with anyways, as Annette, the show dog, snarls and almost foaming at the mouth. She's ready to lunge at you, but Darian,
Yeah.
as you're screaming for help, I need you to make me a quick dex check.
Jesus!
Uh-oh.
14.
14! Pretty good. Immediately, as you call out for help, you feel it before you notice it. A body.
Not now!
A body.
In a
minute! A body almost slams into you as you notice Thiessen, not wasting any time, runs into the forest, almost bulldozing you over.
Oh, thank God, it's just you.
He grabs you by, like, your collar, and where is she?
That way it was a clearing. There's a dog there. I don't... She's just a fucked up dog.
He lets go of you, but you watch as he runs forward, and Phoebe, as you watch the show dog snarl at you and try to grab you one more time, you notice Thiessen come in, and immediately, with almost brute strength and pure skill, he takes out his sword and, not even unsheathing it, taking it with the sheath, slams it down onto the head of the dog as she screeches and falls back. Phoebe, you were doing pretty well, but you know for a fact if she got a hold of you, you would have been fucked.
Oh, let me check my stats, because I think my con is terrible. Yeah, my con is terrible.
Yeah.
Can I just say, like, as we're all running, I'm belting at the top of my lungs. I hopped off the plane at LAX with a dream in my cardigan. Welcome to the land of fame excess. Whoa, am I gonna fit in? Jumped in the cab, here I am for the first time. Look at my right, I see the Hollywood sign. This is all so crazy. Everybody sees so fame. I hope I'm in distance of Darian when I'm doing this.
You are. You are. Yeah. Like, Darian, you guys are not out of the forest. I need to let you know. You all three are not out of the forest. And in fact, like, Darian, you barely saw, like, the exit of the forest before Thiessen came in. So you do hear Phoebe's distant voice just singing throughout the entire time. And as you look over, you can see Thiessen, while Phoebe is singing, fighting off the show dog as it snarls and snaps and howls, and you could see a horde of other dogs begin to slowly, like, build up, almost as if Annette's howl was calling them over. And Luckily
Is
for
Italia
y'all.
just in the middle of this? Because Phoebe tried to fly away.
No, you guys are, I would say, pulled away from it, but you can see it happening, which is really funny considering that the entire time, I'd say, like, Idalia, you're not next to Phoebe, but Phoebe is, like above you, singing, like, just casually. So, as this happens, you guys watch as this show dog immediately, like, snarls back, snapping and trying to get closer to you specifically, Adalia, before Thiessen slowly begins to scare it away. And before anything can happen, Annette stops and her morphed ears stand up straight along with the dogs that you guys see. You can't count all of them, but you can see the pairs of glowing eyes in the distance. All their ears stand up, and then she snarls a little bit and then moves further into the forest and disappears as you guys are left alone with Thiessen, who's just left there panting and looking over at you guys and just goes, "Is everybody okay?"
Idalia is not facing him. She crosses her arms a little and she says, I got into a fight with Annette.
I could see that.
I'm okay.
I know. Is your face all right?
I land,
Can
and
I
I
try to
land.
put my face back on?
I land in front
Okay.
of Adalia, in between both of them, and I'm like, Thiessen, I really don't know what's going on tonight. There's so much. This school is so weird.
I know.
Is this the first time that something like this has happened before? Is this why you're posted out as a guard?
He holds his hands up to, like, calm you down a little and stop you and goes, "Let's get you all to the dorms, okay? I'll talk to you. I promise I'll give you, I'll talk to all three of you. I understand. But right now, let's get you to the dorm before somebody else sees you, okay?" And he walks past you, Phoebe, as he puts a hand on your shoulder, Adalia, and goes, "Looks like you still haven't figured yourself out yet, huh? Haven't figured out who you are, huh?"
So you already know about I think she looks back at him. She does not have a face.
I know. There's, we share a guilt, all right? Let's just go back to the dorm.
Hey, Thiessen, I put my hand on his shoulder.
Yeah.
I don't remember what you're talking about.
He kind of looks at you, and while he, like, understands that you are not who you say you were, he's surprised by that. And he goes, "Okay. We'll talk about that later. Right now, I want you all back in your dorms, all right?"
All right.
Darian, is
Can
that
I go
right?
to the hospital?
I'll wrap your arm. You don't want to get the staff involved with this. Come on. And
It
he
hurts.
kind of, "Here, can I see your arm?"
Darian, like, kind of offers his arm in all of its chewed up glory.
Oh, yeah, it's bad. Like, I don't think... has Cam been bitten by a dog before? I know that's so random.
I feel like earlier on with, like, the other dog in, like, the bonding whatever,
Mm-hmm.
like, she had joked, like, "Oh yeah, my grandma had a dog like that." I think, if anything, she got, like, nipped by a little yappy dog or something. I don't know if she'd ever gotten, like, bitten
Yeah.
by a dog.
Yeah, definitely not this. This is a lot more. But yeah, you see that, like, without hesitation, Thiessen takes the sleeve of his, like, jacket and tears it off without any kind of, like, and he doesn't even break a sweat. And he uses, like, the shreds of the cloth to just, like, wrap it a little bit. You can tell it's kind of botched, I won't lie. He doesn't do a very good job of it. But, like, it does clog up some of the bleeding. And he's like, "Here, just keep pressure to it. Let's get you upstairs. We'll get you proper... Once I have more proper assistance, I can help you with that. But right now, Let's get you out of the forest, okay?
There's something else in here, but I think we should be good.
I know. There's a lot of things in this forest. And are you all three willing to follow him back to your dorm?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's have a good night's rest after that.
Yeah! All right, you guys all fall asleep and you live happily ever after.
Yay!
Yippee! But no. So you guys are brought back up to your dorm with Thiessen kind of like making sure you're okay, Darian. He actually stays by your side to like make sure that everything's okay. Clearly not. You're bleeding profusely, and honestly, you feel a little bit woozy, Darian, because
Oh,
that
absolutely. Like, I'm fucking nauseous. Go flow up.
you have full up. You are like there's a lot. You heard your mom again, coming out of a humanoid dog's mouth. That was not fun.
What was that thing?
That that is the headmaster's curse.
Why does it sound like that?
I don't know. Try not to talk too much, all right? We're gonna sit you down. And he just kind of like, he was about to like slap your back, but like he hesitates because he knows that like it only hurt you more. And then he just gently pat, and then guides you upstairs.
Really nice.
Yeah, okay. I'm sorry about that. You all three are back in your dorm, and you are sitting around your table. Phoebe, you aren't harmed. Luckily, you and Adalia are not harmed, but you definitely kind of roughed up your clothes, and Annette did, like, grab your pant leg and ripped some of the fabric. Darian definitely looks the worst with his bloody sleeve, and Darian is kind of touching it up as he looks over at you all and goes, you all were not supposed to be leaving past curfew, but I see you have been doing that.
Well, I don't trust the school.
Yeah, well, what are you gonna do, leave?
Is there anything
Can we
stopping us
not?
from leaving?
He laughs a little bit and goes, well, you could try.
I might, but why do you say that in a way that we can't?
No one's ever been able to leave the school.
I'm sorry.
Why is the
What?
school built that way?
Well, that's a good question.
Oh my god, are we in a loony bin? Is it not actually a school?
It was a school, I would say. Not a lot of people know this. It was a school. But, whatever happened to it's happened, I suppose.
Is
you
this
can't leave.
new?
No, it hasn't. It's fairly recent, but it's not new. You actually knew this, as he, like, kind of gestured to you, Phoebe. I'm surprised you don't remember. Did you forget?
I don't think that matters. I don't have to explain anything to you. I want to know everything that is going on in this
Phoebe,
school.
you're being suspicious, Phoebe. Phoebe, stop being suspicious.
I am not gonna respond. That's probably more suspicious.
It is. It's funny. He just kind of shrugs. It's all right. It's all right. I understand. There's a lot going on. And the school is not what it seems to be. It's always fairy tales and whatnot, and we haven't been able to leave for a good while now. Not everybody knows it, but I would say a few people do. You were supposed to know. You weren't, and he looks at you, Adalia, and you definitely weren't going to know. And he looks at you, Darian. Well, it looks like that can't be helped now.
Go back to the woods.
You're not going back to the woods?
I
Yeah.
don't want to go back to the woods.
You weren't supposed to begin with.
I didn't want to begin with, but now I keep getting dragged back to the woods.
Yeah, this one was my fault. Annette said she had some tricks to show me, and I wanted to see if she was possessed by the woods, which,
She is now.
yeah.
No.
Is she gonna get unpossessed by any chance?
He pauses for a moment. I don't know, actually.
Can she leave the woods?
No, luckily for that, she cannot.
Thank God, she still hates me.
I gotta have to explain this to Diana.
You
Oh
won't.
no.
You won't. It'll be fine. Don't tell her anything. You won't tell her anything, actually. As far as Diana knows, Annette has fallen sick, and she won't see her for a while.
Alright. I think I can keep that up for a little while. And Adelia does, like, try to put her face back on.
Yeah. Roll me a percentage. Right now.
Give me 1 second. Let me get the percentage dice.
Yeah, let's see. Let's see how accurate you are. 16, moderately accurate. Darian and Phoebe, you watch as Adalia tries to bring back her face. She has a rounder nose this time around, and her chin is a little bit more slender, but it's her, sort of, kind of a little.
Oh. I mean, it passes, I guess. It works,
That
yeah.
doesn't sound like it passes.
I mean, like,
You
we'll
could
just
try
say
again.
that you got, like, Botox.
Just,
Botox?
there's magic here. Just say that you got hit with a spell and slammed into a wall or
Yeah,
something.
Alright,
that's
alright.
it.
I'll say that my embarrassed roommate tried an illusion spell and it's not worn off yet.
Why do you have to kick me when I'm down?
Because, well, am I gonna cast an illusion spell on myself? No.
I suppose not. We are in the same illusion class.
See, exactly. That's why it works.
But yeah, you all kind of watch as Adalia puts her face back, and Thiessen kind of sits down with you all and goes, I'm sorry, I should have kept a better eye out on you. And he looks at you, Adalia. You tend to always find yourself in a bit of trouble.
Yeah, I'm starting to guess that this is a pattern.
It is. Not this specifically, but you have a knack for bringing the worst in people.
Yeah.
I don't know. This specifically seems like a good example of that.
He laughs a little bit and doesn't say anything to that. It's almost as if there's more to it, but he pushes it away and goes, right. Well, right now, I think it is best if you all don't talk about what happened here, right?
Definitely
I won't
not.
say anything.
Right.
How am I supposed to explain this? The only other dog I've seen on campus, I don't think it can bite anything.
He just
The spider. The spider! I hold up the spider.
No, the spider. I mean, you know what Buster is. Right? The
No.
thing. Oh, the thing that looks like a dog? No, you'll be fine. Just say Buster bit you.
Okay.
He kind of just like settles down and sits across from you all and just goes, as far as I am aware, right now, Annette will go missing. She'll be missing for a while now. I'll have some friends of mine. We'll try to do what we can, but I don't think it can be helped.
So how many students has this happened to?
Not a lot. Maybe 1 or 2. The fire of
But
the east is there, so we try to avoid that when we can.
what is that?
The destructive fire of the east. That's
I've heard of that guy. My
Yeah.
professor thought he was into me.
Well, he had a interest in you. I wouldn't call it romantic. He says that he's a little bit bitter, actually.
What?
People keep saying that men have interests in me, and they keep saying it in increasingly concerning ways.
You don't want to catch the romantic attention of the destructive fire of the east. You'll be fine.
Is he still in the woods?
Yes, and he has not come out since, so that is not good.
I'm not going back to the wood. Darian, turns to Phoebe and Adalia, staring them down from behind this mask. I am not going back in those woods. I don't care what you two say. I don't care what my professor says. I don't want to stand up to it anymore. I don't think I need a bit of courage and to just break a leg about it. I don't want to go back.
Well, that's
Yeah,
good,
you
because you almost missed the leg.
Yeah, you kind of broke an arm about it.
How am I supposed to juggle for my exams? My life sounds fucking stupid now.
How exactly do we know this is all tied to the headmaster?
It's his woods, aren't they?
Yeah, Annette kept saying something about private tutoring from the headmaster, too.
Yeah, that's how he gets
interesting.
you. That is how they
Yeah.
get you. Well, the headmaster's tower's in there, and, well, no one really knows. No one's reached the headmaster. There have been a few students who said they have met the headmaster, but clearly you see what happens when that happens.
That's really weird. So how long has the headmaster been locked up in the woods like that?
Decent shrugs. That's even longer than I've been here, actually.
Sounds like... Yeah, okay, I think I'm good. I nod as I'm affirming something in my head.
He looks at you with a raised brow. You think you're good?
Yeah, I mean, the obvious conclusion is to kill him, right?
What? I mean, if you can find him.
I think
At this point...
Yeah.
At this point, I'm not convinced he's real. I'm going to be honest. I'm wondering if the headmaster's tower is not something like a transmission tower.
He looks at you and goes, transmission tower?
Shh, 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 hush. Hush. No questions.
I think...
About that.
You're giving me questions. I think I have a right to ask you questions too, don't I?
I'm not going to answer them.
Okay. Just as mysterious as usual. Awesome. He just
I make the heart sign at him.
You make your face turns into a heart. It's in emotes. He just kind of doesn't he doesn't laugh or smile. He's just okay, all right. He just goes, well, no one's seen the headmaster in person, and despite how small the forest seems, no one's been able to reach his tower.
I guess that's going to take some work to get to, but
I mean, will it take work to get to? That forest is not hard to navigate.
Yeah, sometimes. It just moves you around.
No, it doesn't. It has a path in there.
Well, sometimes it moves you around.
Were you moved around?
Yeah, the first time we walked in and suddenly we were in the middle of it and we
It's
had to
true.
be guided out.
That does explain how you got lost.
I will say, Adalia, that does happen. The reason why no one can find the headmaster's tower is because he can move the forest at will.
Huh.
You probably found it easy because Annette was looking for you. And who knows, Annette was probably trying to get the headmaster to you as well.
I would not be surprised. She was trying to do some weird memory stuff that she said the headmaster had instructed her to do, so probably he would. No, they were involved.
He kind of chuckled at that and he goes, really? What'd she show you?
I'm gonna be honest, these I I don't know. Apparently it was supposed to be the first time we met and it was like a birthday party, but I got that wrong, I guess.
Oh, your father's funeral. And he says that rather like coldly.
Yeah, I did. That's not what happened in the memory.
Darian kind of like glances up at that and like looks to Adalia like, your father? Like your father or
No, not like Clark Banwell, like some guy McLoser. I don't know who he is.
Who's Clark?
Ooh, now I'm not suspicious.
Wait, who's Clark? That wasn't your
Yeah.
father's name.
Well, apparently I don't know what my father's name is.
I mean, he... Huh. He's actually silent at that. You can tell something's actually going through his mind, too.
I like sort of march up to Thiessen. It's like, if you can keep quiet about everything that's happening in this room now, I swear I will not say anything to anyone about this. I just really want to know how the hell we can get out of here.
Get out of the school?
Yes,
I don't know. You could tell me.
that's the goal. If I figure it out, I'll happily let you know. Is there anyone else in the school that we can trust this information with?
No one.
There's no one. No, is everyone here just suspicious or dangerous or what?
Well, a lot of the students here, and some of the staff as well, don't know what's going on, but there are a few that have their suspicions. But I would say people who are a little bit too vocal or who do too much digging, they turn into what Annette turned into.
Hey, Phoebe,
Mm-hmm.
I think we need to watch out for your snake classmate.
Yeah, he does seem to pry a little bit about
Yeah,
information.
the walls guy.
Oh, Solus?
Yeah, Solus.
Is he the one that told you about the forest?
No, he just showed up in the library, but I'm sensing it, like you mentioned. If they dig or if they're very vocal, they get weird, and Solus
Well,
apparently does a bit of digging himself.
why don't we tell the whole school? Like, if he can't turn all of us, can he?
yeah, probably can. There's like a lot of magic here, a lot of magic.
Yeah, that magic felt pretty strong.
And you thought if people aren't expecting it, you saw what happened the first time. I nearly passed out.
Could we not? I don't trust Solus, but what if there's a way that we can use this to our advantage?
I'm
We
listening. I like that idea.
we all know the truth of what's going on, and the headmaster, we can't leave, and we can't tell people the truth either, but that doesn't mean that we can't bend it. So we know a few people who like spreading rumors around the school, and I feel like to keep suspicions sort of away from the truth, but also get people to sort of be on our side or look into things and maybe cause some discourse among staff. We could just say, oh, I don't know, the staff is administration's being heavily restrictive. The higher ups are not good people, and sort of cause, I don't know, like some conflict amongst not just the headmaster but other people. I don't know. Does the staff know?
I see where you're going with this, but I also think there's some risks. Again, the headmaster could probably turn all of us. We have no clue where this ends.
Yeah, Thiessen pipes up going, I'm not with that idea. I don't think that's good. Personally,
Like, I'm all for
causing...
lying, but we are kind of pushing people closer to the edge here, it sounds like.
Look, the more people who know about this, the more the headmaster might try to pry into people's minds. We've been trying to keep this a secret for a while. You weren't. Honestly, we could just wipe your memory now if I wanted to.
I'm going to be
could.
honest, if you wiped my memory, it would not fix a whole lot.
I would prefer not to, especially for you, Lady Phoebe. He looked at you, like, really suspicious. Like, you've known about this and suddenly you want to start trouble?
I mean, what's the point of keeping it a secret? What is the point of just letting this happen? We're all stuck here. I feel like this is unethical.
There's more people that turn into that.
So what? We just let them rot in a cage?
I wouldn't call it that. We keep trying to find a way out, but if you let more people know about this, are you fine with letting people turn into that?
No, I suppose not. You're saying that I know about this.
You have
Who's
done.
the we that you're referring to? I believe I'm familiar with.
Yeah, looks at you a little bit. Maybe you are.
I can't. I really can't say council, can I? I can't say that.
I mean, that's all up
It's
to
like
you.
the deal. Thiessen, do you know what the council?
There's a few councils, yes. Are
There's
you
more
talking
than
about the
one.
artifact council?
Oh, so there's okay.
There's separate
Interesting.
ones.
What now? Do you happen to be a part of one in particular out of these multiple?
I won't answer that.
These are not. These don't sound like councils. These sounds like factions. I'm assuming they have their own set of rules and morals that conflict with one another. That's why there's different ones.
Maybe.
That's how councils work.
Okay, but I'm just saying, why the fuck are there multiple? Sorry.
Phoebe, I shake you. That's how councils work.
No, I really don't think there should be multiple in a damn on a school campus that are all trying to do the same objective. This sounds ridiculous. I say as a college dropout. My college dropout is showing. But I would like to do more research and sort of, I don't know, look around other councils to see what's going on.
That's all up to you. I'd prefer not to pick up after your mess like this, though.
Oh, I'm not saying you help me. I'll figure it out.
He kind of looks at you. And you won't turn into something like that if you pry too much.
Not sure, but I can rely on you to killing me if that happens, right?
He scuffs at that and goes, yeah, sure.
Alright, well, I guess I have a new objective. I don't know about you guys.
I have to figure out. Okay, long-term goal, don't die. Short-term goal, figure out how to toggle face. That sound good?
I suppose.
Yeah, I think so.
Decent kind of looks at you, Darian. And how are you feeling?
Yes, Darian, tell us your goals. Tell us your dreams now.
This place is fucked.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This place is fucked, and you're telling me I'm stuck in clown college forever.
I wouldn't say forever.
Yeah, you'll die eventually.
Well, I
I don't
wouldn't say
want to
that.
die. I don't want to die, and I don't know what's happening.
I mean, you will one day. I think you know that. I think we all know that a little too well.
Long-term goal. Get out of here. Get away from all of this without getting into any more of this goddamn mess. And I don't know, pretend it never happened.
That's kind of hard to
Sure.
do.
I think Adalia starts applauding. Those are good goals. Those are good goals. I like those.
Short-term goal.
Mm-hmm.
Adalia, let's share a short-term goal. We'll both get our faces figured out. I still
We'll
can't
both get our
this
faces
off.
figured out. I like having a joint goal, a friendship goal.
He just kind of looks at you both and just goes, okay. You definitely have changed. Yeah, okay.
Be nice to me. I just went through a catastrophe and I lost my friend. I need a friend.
I know. Well, we'll try to figure out how to turn Annette back, but that might not happen anytime soon. It's a top tier rebound.
You lose a friend? Don't worry. You got a new one. He's doing great.
That was
Yeah,
literally
he lives in my
Annette's...
dorm and he cannot leave.
That is literally Annette's worst nightmare. I need you to I need
Yeah,
you to know
no,
that
this,
right
she
now.
has
Oh, yeah,
accidentally
that's, like,
realized
half
her
the whole
absolute
breakdown.
worst nightmare because of everything that happened. She accidentally made it a reality.
Well, I think I've heard enough. If you guys need me, I'm going into my room. And then she's gonna leave.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You get up, and before you leave, though, Thiessen goes, hold on, one more question.
Yeah, what is it?
He points at his hand where your gem is. That's new.
I look down and look back up at him, and it's like, yeah, it is new. It's a nice glove.
A glove. And he just kind of nods and lets you be.
What do you say?
He just goes, a glove. Like, as if you're like, oh, okay, that's the excuse you have.
Yeah, I do not feel like being deceptive. He can think whatever he wants. I don't care.
No, that's totally fine. I think it's funny, goofy. Yeah. You go to bed, and Darian and
I'm actually not going to bed, by the way, for a little bit.
Yeah, you're just going to your room.
I'm gonna try and pull up my little magic computer on different screens, and I'm gonna be adding to my conspiracy board that I'm digitizing.
Abs, you should, bestie. Let's go. But Darian and Phoebe, Phoebe, Adalia, you are left with Thiessen. And Thiessen has been, like, calmly been like making sure you've been all right, Darian. Like, he was doing it rush when he was in the forest, but like now that he has proper time, he does know how to treat wounds, and he doesn't know any healing magic. He does know that healing magic exists, obviously, and he tells you that chances are you might want to go to a doctor tomorrow morning to get that looked at. But then he notices, Adalia, your pile of like blankets and comforters on the couch. And he looks at you, Darian, looks at Adalia, looks at you again, Darian, he goes, "Is she doing a thing?"
You're gonna have to be more specific.
Why are there a bunch of blankets on the couch?
She doesn't like her room, so she sleeps out here.
He's surprised by that. He looks at you, Adalia. What?
Look, I like pink. I like gold. I don't mind having a large bed. It is too soft and the room is too bright.
That's... Huh. He kind of
So
like...
I am sleeping on the couch.
You used to really like that kind of stuff. What happened?
I mean, I still do, but maybe I can kind of moderate it a little bit.
Just kind of like pauses for a moment. Huh. Okay. Well, I can see why Lady Phoebe saw the bear sitting around. Huh.
I'll make sure it doesn't get stolen again.
No, it's fine. It's yours. I'm surprised you didn't bring your sketchbook out with you as well.
Right, about that, I think I think I take out the sketchbook I got from Annette.
Yeah, it's locked.
I'm not sure how much use I'd get out of this.
Oh, one of your sketchbooks?
Yeah, this one is Annette gave it to me before she got turned into a creature.
Well, that could be a good or bad thing. I don't know which it would be, though. He kind of, like,
I might
scratches the
have
back
to
of his
unlock
neck.
it to make sure.
Huh. Yeah, I guess so. He kind of stands up at that, a little bit confused and almost, like, concerned as he looks at you. And he just kind of shrugs, and he looks at you, Darian, and goes, "Will you be okay?"
As okay as I can be. In the morning I'll go and tell them that Buster bit me.
Yeah. I thank you for keeping this secret. I know it's hard, and Phoebe's right. We could tell people, but I guess I just think, what then?
This will probably just fuck him over. Considering what could happen.
I mean, it has happened before. That's the issue. He just kind of pauses for a moment. The Fire of the East tried that before, and look where he is now. I'd hate to see Phoebe end up like that as well. I didn't like the guy, but I don't know. I guess he didn't really deserve what he got.
I can't say I was very fond or close with Annette, but that's...
Yeah.
God.
She'll still be in there. I suggest staying away from the forest as much as possible. She'll see you from there, and you might see her from the forest too, but she can't leave it.
Got it.
There's a few things that can leave the forest, but I think you'll be fine. The only thing that I've seen leave has been the High Court Fae, and, well, as long as you're not dealing with him, you should be fine.
Darian just kind of looks at him. He's already, like, looked absolutely miserable throughout all of this, but at this point he just kind of, like, slumps back on the couch and stares at the ceiling. He's like, yeah. Sure.
Decent, not really noticing what you meant. He just kind of pats you gently on the shoulder. Yeah, high court phase, not any good news, so you'll be fine.
Do you know much about him?
Me? I've heard rumors. We don't know what he exactly is, but we've been told that he's some sort of vampiric fae meant to sap out the life out of you. Every joy and happy memory you've had, he takes away from you. Or at least that's what I heard. Though everyone who's interacted with him has they've fallen to a similar fate from what I've heard.
Right?
What'd you say, Edge?
What's that? You cut out on my end.
Oh. What'd you hear last from what I said?
Did you say after the they all end up the same on that end?
No. I heard you cut out, actually.
Oh, okay. I like glanced over as I was saying something and I was like, oh man, that's not lighting up. Darian just kind of looks even more defeated. It's like, of course. It's, wouldn't want that.
Yeah.
My arm hurts a lot and I am very tired. You're not going to get in trouble for leaving your patrol, are you?
No, I left a few of my friends back there. They actually don't. A good amount of them don't know what's going on, but they're posted around the forest and they should be alright.
Alright.
I probably need to go back there soon, though, so maybe
Thank
rest
you
up.
again.
Yeah. I'll check back on you all three tomorrow and we'll see.
Okay.
But
Be safe if you have to go back to the forest.
he kind of pauses as he looks at you and goes, I'll be fine. I've faced worse before. As he just kind of sighs for a moment. Darian, do you go back to your room?
I think Darian kind of waits for him to leave so that he can talk to Adalia for a moment.
Okay, yeah. Thiessen just kind of looks at you, Adalia, and just goes, with everything that happened with Annette, are you feeling alright?
Yeah, I'll be fine. I'm kind of worried for her, but I think she's in her element right now. I think she's figuring it out.
Her element. He kind of looks at you a little bit. Her element.
I mean, I don't think she'd prefer to be in the woods, but, you know, mid-emotional breakdown, maybe going on a rampage is what she needs for a minute.
Saying that what Annette turned into was her element. That is one of the meanest things I've ever heard you say.
I am trying to give her some grace. I am trying to give her her moment.
Adalia, I need you to know that what happened to her is not a moment she's having. It's the headmaster's curse.
Yeah, you didn't explain what the headmaster's curse was.
Well, when the headmaster gets you, that's what happens.
What does gets you mean? No, you know what? This feels like a more complicated set of questions, and it is late. I am going to let you do your job, and I will hope that Annette winds up being okay.
Just kind of nods at that. You can tell my element flourishing, unbothered, skin clear. That's funny.
It is extremely funny.
That's really good, actually. But yeah, Thiessen kind of stands up and just goes, all right, I'll check with you all later on. I hope you find some sort of rest after tonight. And he leaves.
Slay.
Slay.
Hi.
Darian like looks at Adalia for a long minute. It's just like, I thought this was supposed to be the fun kind of fantasy adventure where we just get a second chance at things.
Cam, we both died before coming here. I don't know if there was an uphill from there.
Why couldn't things have at least stayed consistent from before? Why'd they have to get this bad?
I don't know. I don't know if it means anything.
It There's no nice way to ask this, but what the fuck happened to your face?
Oh yeah, I didn't need it.
What does that mean?
It means, Darian, I can take it off.
Could you do that before we got here?
No. Not literally.
Like a figurative
I
take off
mean,
the mask of the true self. I saw someone play a video game like that once.
you heard my little philosophy monologue, right? I mean, I didn't need to create a persona or any such nonsense.
I was a bit distracted.
I was an English major. There wasn't like any real unmasking happening there. I'll be honest.
Okay.
Which is to say, like, if I wanted to, like, figuratively mask, I could have. I don't think I did. I don't think I did. Now I can take my face off though, which is neat.
Yeah, it's kind of baller. It's also
Isn't
really
it?
a bit fucked up.
I don't know. I think it felt comfortable.
I'm glad for you.
Is your arm okay? I mean,
No.
I know you've been, yeah, I know. I knew that. I don't know why I asked.
It hurts a lot, and I'm just going to have to avoid laying on it until tomorrow, but
Do you need help building like, I don't know, a pillow cage? We can keep your arms separated from your body? Not
I,
literally, just a little bit further away.
I should be alright. I don't tend to move a lot when I sleep. I have it propped up on a pillow anyway.
All right. I'm going to trust you.
Mm. He, stands and kind of, like, rolls his shoulder a bit. Like, flexes his arm.
Are there any plans for the rest of the night?
That's all up to you. Is
I
there anything you guys still want to do?
The only thing I'm going to do is ask Darian if he needs a friend to sleep with. Cuddles misses him a lot.
I don't think my night could possibly get any worse other than sleeping with a massive spider. There are
Fine,
very few ways that this could get worse, and you have found the way it could get worse. It's almost impressive.
I'll cuddle with the spider. Jeez.
Please do. I am keeping my door latched.
All right, just in that case, yell if you need something. I will not be able to open your door because it will be latched, but the feeling will be there.
The feeling.
Thank you. I appreciate the offer, but I'll be able to get this, I think.
Okay. Good night.
Good night. Sleep well. Hope you can put your face on in the morning before class.
I'm gonna do my damnedest.
I think at that point, Darian just goes to bed. Whether he can sleep or not is whatever, but he's gonna at least try.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the same. I don't think Adalia can sleep for maybe the opposite reason of Darian, because finally she is like in her element, flourishing, unbothered, skin clear, literally.
Actually,
And when she sleeps, she tends to die, so she maybe doesn't want to revisit that a whole lot.
maybe.
Maybe. Possibly. Who knows?
Wait, hold on, I have an idea.
Hmm.
Since I haven't completely cleaned up from the attack, I still probably have, like, blood on my arm and hand that hasn't been fully cleaned up. After I go into the other room, I'm going to take the Tamagotchi out, and I'm going to wipe some of it onto it.
Okay. Give me a general charisma check.
7.
Okay. As you do that, you watch as let's just say, not only does it take the blood, you feel something move inside your Tamagotchi.
A lot to deal with in one night. Onto the nightstand you go.
It's happy though. It's super happy. I'll tell you that much. Like, it makes a little cheering noise as if you just completed a game. It's so happy with you, Edge.
That somehow comforts him in some fucked up way.
Even better. But yeah. Phoebe, is there anything else you would like to do before the night ends?
I think as I'm wrapping up, setting up my manic Pinterest board of my conspiracy theories, I'm gonna like go and revisit my coding program, and that I'm assuming, can I interact with that?
Yeah, absolutely. What are you gonna try to do? Just play around with it, see if you can do anything?
Yeah, because I'm like, what is this here for? If I can only interact with certain things, and this is one of the few options, I think I would just start going through the same kind of coding tests that I would kind of do for work to see what, if there's any kind of reaction to like using this program.
Yeah. Roll me an intelligence with advantage and proficiency, because this is your coding skill.
With an advantage and proficiency?
Yes.
Okay, so proficiency moderate. Okay, so 4. So I'd roll this twice.
Yes. Yes, you would indeed.
Okay. Please. I'm sorry to try and stack, but like, I do have the working alone skill.
I say this wouldn't stack, sadly.
Okay, that's sad. 21! Yeah!
And 10. Yeah! Okay, 21's really good. So here's what happens, Phoebe. As you test this out throughout the night, you keep trying to push yourself, even though you feel so exhausted with everything that's happened with you. But you continue. You fiddle around with your computer, and you remember the keystrokes and the shortcuts and all of the body of text and code that you had once ingrained in yourself a lifetime ago. And something happens. As you type away at your keyboard, you yourself begin to flicker. You see your body begin to ooze in and out in reality, almost as if it is trying to disappear in itself, but you don't feel any different, strangely enough. And you try again, and there seems to be sparks coming out of you. You try again, and there seems to be shadows that move around you that you don't quite understand just yet. But whatever you're doing right now, it seems that you seem to be coding magical powers into yourself. And you don't understand how it works, you just know that it does.
I kind of like take note of like what I'm doing right and wrong for like future reference. I'm like, I'm so tired. I will continue this tomorrow. This is going on the board, and then I pass out.
You pass out. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I would say that you are the last one to sleep, as you all continue and finally let the day end. You all know and almost feel something watching you from the forest. You don't know if it's a net, you don't know if it is the High Court Fae, or if it is something else, but you all fall asleep knowing that something is watching you. And from there, that is where we're going to end the session.
Crazy.
Let's go!
Yay, friendship.
Yippee! Alright, how y'all feeling, gang?
Pretty good.
Pretty good,
Pretty
pretty
good,
good? Let's put on some happy music right now.
I'm loving where this is going.
Yeah, it's simple, fun stuff, you know? You're having some happy fun times. The show dog finally came through. You guys got to see what happens when someone goes a little bit cuckoo caca crazy.
Yeah.
Isn't that fun?
That's concerning.
Yeah, no, it's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. But yeah, how's everybody feeling? Hey, everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all are
Hi.
at level 2 now.
Yeah.
Yay!
What does that mean?
So, basically, you guys level 2, so you get to add a +2 to your level now, which is there is that. Add a +1 to your proficiency score, so that means it is now a +4. I'm making sure all y'all do this.
I don't think it says on my page what level I have.
It does. Here.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
22!
My bad.
You code yourself into level 22.
Yay!
And I need all 3 of you roll me a d12.
Roll d12. Please be 12. Please be 12. 7.
Okay.
Twinsies.
Twinsies. All right, Adalia.
Oh my god, twinsies. I just realized I was muted this whole time.
Oh no, I'm so sorry. Yeah, all of you add that to your HP.
Yay.
Oh, thank god.
Once again, I am frail.
It's all right. But yeah, I guess Edge, since you've been muted, how are you feeling on the campaign?
Jesus Christ.
Yippee! Yippee! Yippee!
God.
I'm so excited. We're finally getting into the fucking story.
I am going to be grabbing your DMs and shaking them.
Yeah, yippee! I love that all of y'all have like once slipped into my DMs here and there about separate things.
God.
I love it. I love it so much. It's so fun. Let's see. So there's more, and okay, roll me 1d10 for you guys too.
Okay. D10. Oh,
2.
2.
D10.
2.
8.
Wow. Whoa! Add that to your max MP.
Yay.
Again, I fail at being a mage.
You're okay. I think it kind of makes sense for your character though, Edge. Cause you're trying to learn the clown boy stuff and you kind of fail at the illusionary stuff.
God, everything's going to shit for Darian.
Darian's
Things
having
have
a hard
not
time.
stopped going to shit for Darian.
Things are hard for Darian. And you guys get one more thing after you guys are done. I want to make sure you guys add all of your stuff appropriately.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, I want you guys, so you know how when you level up, you can take a score, an ability score, and add 2, or choose 2 ability scores and
Yeah.
add 1?
Mm-hmm.
Do that. So choose what, now that you kind of have an idea of where a lot of these abilities are going, choose whatever score you would like to increase by 2, or choose 2 scores you would like to increase by 1.
I'm increasing wisdom by 2.
Let's go.
I can't do this.
I'm gonna continue to be a stupid bitch. I'm maxing out my charisma because I want to see number go up.
Also, Maddie,
I'm-
it's increasing your score, not your modifier.
Score.
Yeah. So
I'm putting
instead
one
of
into intelligence and one into wisdom.
yeah, so you would make your wisdom into 2 instead of 1, or instead of 10, which makes it a +1 instead of a +2.
So
I think
this is
14 marks it into a +2 modifier, right?
I see.
Yes.
Oh, where do we have the modifier chart? Because I swear it was somewhere in the server.
I don't.
It's probably in the resources.
Yeah, it might be in the resources. Let me see. Or not. Let me pull it up because I always have it up. Let me pull it up for you guys because that stuff is always hard to kind of remember. Let's go. Alrighty. Alright, so for reference, here you guys go. And I'll also, pin that for y'all. But yeah. So, obviously, like, just to let you know, the obviously story and level is, the level progression is story based, obviously. You guys just finished arc 1 of the thing, which is technically not the entire arc, but you got through the prologue. Yippee!
Yay!
Yay! Isn't that exciting?
Hooray!
Hooray! I promise you guys will learn more about combat, so you guys won't almost die immediately.
BRB.
How many more times
rerolling-
can we get Cam bitten?
God. No, I feel like this is just going to be like a running theme. I feel like somehow we are going to fall into a routine of me going, I'm not ever going back into the woods. Jump cut to me in the woods going, man, this is a terrible idea. And then I get fucking tackled off screen by something.
And then you go,
And
I'm
then
never
I'm never
in-
going back in the woods. And then next week we come in going, hey, let's go to the woods. I'm never going back in the woods. Jump cut. Darian's back in the fucking woods.
I'm back in the fucking building again.
Oh my god.
But yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying everything and things are finally getting set up.
Blair is so mad.
Big mad.
Yes. Yes.
I'm excited though. You guys are making some good progress.
Our initiative goes up since it's Dex and level, right?
Yes, your initiative does go up. Later on I'll probably
with,
check and make sure.
Dodge.
Yes. All of your combat stuff gets changed up. Don't worry. Like, I'll also kind of check and make sure, but also you guys should see that I have it listed as what modifiers are what for each. But hopefully
Gotcha.
that will help. I'll also have to get with you guys because I think a good amount of you have learned a good amount of abilities. All 3 of you have learned something new about yourselves, and we will need to talk about that.
So
Yay, skill!
what's the plan for next session?
So more likely than not, it will either be on Friday or we will not be able to play.
Are we all good for next Friday?
Should be.
I'm good.
I'm also good. Great news. I think I'm on spring break next week.
Yay! So that's perfect. All right. So like as next week comes around, I'll definitely try to get in contact with you all. I will say that I'll be busy, but I will try to get you guys in call just for a little bit just to discuss you guys get most of you get 1 new ability. So we'll try to discuss that and whatnot, and we'll work through that if y'all are okay with that.
Yeah, of course.
Hello.
Hello.
Hell yeah.
You know where I'll be.
Where?
A few places, actually.
Yeah, fucking idiot.
You'll have to look up my schedule. It changes on rainy days.
Well, it's gonna be raining a lot, actually.
Well, you better look up my goddamn schedule. It changes on rainy days.
Okay, God. Yeah, tomorrow I was actually considering going to the, what is it called? I think I told you about it. The dessert fair.
Oh shit.
I wish I could go to the dessert fair.
I
Well,
also wish I could go to the dessert fair, but I'm going to be busy covered in bleach.
well, the thing is with the dessert fair specifically is it's gonna rain tomorrow. It's an outdoor thing, and the tickets. So here's what happened: the tickets are expensive, but you pay once and all the food is free.
Ooh.
So like, as much as I'm like I want to, it's $60.
Oh Christ.
Yeah, there you go. So that's why I'm like, is it $60 worth it?
Yeah.
It's not. But yeah,
It's probably not.
it's gonna rain anyway, so more likely than not, if we were to go, it would have rained on us.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I am glad that we're having fun. Yippee!
I hope Summer's okay.
He is sleeping so peacefully right now. I can't stress enough. He is doing the honk shoe right now, like the hard honk shoe.
Well, at least the important people are doing all right now.
The archivist
Got the
died.
Ebenezer fit.
I'd cry.
No! All right.
I need.
I feel like the archivist has a dad snore. You can hear it across the fucking house.
Hell yeah. Probably.
The one that sounds like
It sounds like he's choking to death every time.
Yeah.
This is funny. But yeah. I'm very, very excited for y'all's next session. I can't wait to go back into school shenanigans while you guys are traumatized already.
Yay,
Can't wait
manners
to come back
class.
and talk to fucking Professor Jingles and be like, I went back in the woods because a girl asked me to. Did it go better this time? No.
Oh.
Ah, you have no game, my boy.
My good lad, you are in fact riskless. No, bitches.
Have you considered men?
Oh boy, he'll be forced to soon.
The men are considering him.
Oh yeah, a lot of our, but yeah. But I am going to stop the recording. Everyone say bye to Tilly.
Bye, Tilly.
Thank you for the monster
Bye-bye,
design. I'm gonna grab
was
you.
really
We're going
cool.
to make more.